Hey, what is up, everybody? We are back live for another Thursday night beer flow show. Rajay here in the captain's chair, so to speak. Starting 5, 4, 3. Now, anyway, we're going to do a Star Trek thing. But anyway, welcome to everybody out there watching. Of course, riding with me. We got Eric here from Eric and Lions Fan out there in Michigan, cold Michigan. Are you getting snow right now?
Last I knew we were getting flurries, but I haven't looked at the radar to see if we're getting snow yet.
Yeah, we just started getting some flurries and ice on the way home from work, so I figure you might be getting something up there too.
You're making me want to check right now. So,
and then we got Todd over in Indiana, not too far from me, so Todd might be getting some stuff there too. You get anything down there, Todd?
Not at the moment, but I saw a forecast where we might be getting anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snow come this weekend.
Well, that's only if you believe the weather people. We know they're never right.
Which I don't, because they've said that all year long, and we've gotten 0. So,
yeah, they miss some stuff out there. Now, occasionally they'll get some stuff right. Don't say I'm not gonna say they're always wrong, but I seem like they miss more than they are.
But they're always wrong.
Yeah, one of the few occupations you can only be 75% right or wrong and still keep your job.
It's like Ricky Bobby, with all due respect, and I say with all due respect, you guys do screw up a lot. Yeah, so we will definitely see how the weather does play out. And I'm just trying to pull up right here on my screen, since we don't have Joe, so I can get the comment stuff up here. Unless I know, Todd, you're on your thing, so you really can't. Unless Eric, unless you want to read some comments too, you can as well. So if not, I can pull it up here.
Yeah, if I didn't have to use my stupid phone, I would do it for you.
Let's see here. Just a computer switching over.
But when I go to my computer and phone together, then it starts interfering with each other. So
we got 5 watches.
Wow. All right, let's kick this over. And computer wants to be difficult tonight.
Shit happens.
Come on, man, work.
Come on, man.
Oh. It's giving me the one screen, but it's not giving me the other. Apparently, YouTube is going to be a pain in the butt. Anyway, let's see who we got there. Anybody in the chat as of yet?
I got Cody, I got Eric Gilbert, and I got Head Coach is who I see in the chat right now.
All right. Well, big shout out to those 3, and thanks for joining here.
What's up, guys?
And I don't know why I'm having issues with YouTube outside of it just being YouTube. Weird that it is sometimes.
Google product.
Yeah, see, Gilbert says, cheers, fools. And Head Coach says, hello, gentlemen. Gentlemen, use that term loosely, my friend. Use it loosely. He said, just got back to the gym. And
don't make us look bad.
Now, beer time. Speaking of beer time, let's crack open some beers around here. So I am actually, as you guys know, because you saw the special the other day that I was there, which I wasn't like a Rod J deal. It was just a closeout, but ended up, it was a 4-pack of these, and the date on here, these are all like, I don't know if it'll come in on the camera all the way, but this is February 2019, so they're all fresh, and they're closing them out, so 4-pack was $8.09, which was a nice little deal. I need a beer for tonight's show, so I grabbed a couple 4-packs of these, which usually they were selling them for, I think, $10.99, unless they were on sale at $8.99, but usually they were $10.99, so save a few bucks.
Yeah, we get those about $8.99 here.
Yeah, and it is the last day of Flagship February, so I don't know if this is really a flagship beer for them yet, but it is Sam Adams, who's a flagship beer company, so to speak.
Speaking of flagship beers, I'm having an actual flagship beer from the same company that Rod's got it. You guys probably know what it is just by me saying it. I have the Boston Lager from Sam Adams.
Nice.
Yeah, doesn't get much more flagship than that one.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, that's pretty big flagship. What do you got there, Todd?
I am drinking the Bernice Barley Wine Ale from Thirsty Dog Brewing Company. Comes Comes in at 10.5% ABV, 75 IBUs. And I believe it's one that you sent in one of your beer mails.
Maybe. That'll get you a nice little start to the night with that little kick for that one. Thirsty Dog is up from, I believe they're Akron, so up in the Lance the Luscious area. And they do some pretty good beers.
Well, I'm going to dig in here,
Akron, Ohio.
I got it right.
Ding, 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 ding. Have a winner.
Well, I'm going to dig in here, Jen, so cheers.
Cheers
in.
Same here. Not sure if I'm pretty sure I've never had this one before. So
I'm going to check the comments here. Bums in the house just got back from the bar. Now beer time. Coach. Cody starts with Eric. I'll send you some. LOL. I have 5 gallons when I'm done, so I may need to share. So I guess Cody's got the beer he's brewing. Hey, Coach.
What kind of beer are you brewing, Cody?
And the head coach to my brother, he says. Bum says coach, so they're getting reacclimated here because this is like their few days before they get on Joe D's show here on Saturday as well. And Cody says, never had Boston Lager before. I've had the New England IPA by Sam Adams, though. Wow, you never had the Boston Lager. Interesting. Well, yeah, it's not a bad traditional lager. I mean, it's one that got them on the map, really. So,
and the Boston Lager for me is pretty much the transitional beer for me to start into craft beer with Boston Lager.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have crossed ends with them coming back from the late '80s, I believe. Yeah, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
The Bum's drinking an Imperial Mayan. It's odd size version of Czechoslovakia. It's excellent. So he really likes that one there. I didn't get Czechoslovakia this year from Stone, which I've had it last couple of years. It's pretty good.
I like their, what is it, the mocha, what's it called? No, it's
the mocha IPA?
Yeah.
They're not making that one anymore, though.
That sucks. That was damn good.
Yeah, that was a real good one from them. That was probably my favorite from them. So that one is out there.
I guess the last thing I've bought from Stone was their Woot Stout here not too long ago. Other than that, I haven't bought any Stone for a while.
There it is.
Cody says, I'm starting off with a beer called Hopnog. The guy at the store said it was the last box they would have for the year, so he would cut me a deal since it was my first time brewing.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Nice.
That's pretty sweet.
Bear with me 1 second. I'm just grabbing the keyboard I kicked off the desk earlier. That Todd and Eric both heard. Let's see here. That's amongst yourselves.
Uh-oh. He's getting deep. He's getting deep.
Son of a...
I don't even know what to talk about, Rod.
Technicalities of live YouTube.
Yep.
Well, the new Game of Thrones beer is about to come out.
He says it has Summit hops, Falconer's Flight, and Cascade hops.
Oh, nice.
I never heard of what did he say?
Falconer's Flight, the hops, yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
What style was Cody making?
I think he said New England style IPA.
All right.
Is that the style you're making, Cody, or is it something different? I think it's if he said it's hop nog, I'm guessing it's New England style IPA.
Cody, is that an all grain, a brew in the bag, or a malt? What is it? Extract.
I think Cody said last week he might be doing an extract brew, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong.
Hell, I can't remember yesterday, let alone last week.
Yeah, same here.
But yeah,
Shannon calls that your CRS kicking in. Can't remember shit.
I fully admit to having CRS.
So do I.
That's better than a single moment.
That's why I have to put everything on this damn thing, even in the calendar.
Yeah. So I was just mentioning the Game of Thrones beer is about to come out, and I don't know. Have you guys been drinking the Game of Thrones beers from Ommegang?
I just had the last one. What was the stout that they had? King. It was the new one.
Was it King of Thrones?
Yeah, King. Yeah, but that was King of the North, I think, is what it was.
King of the North. Oh yeah, King of the North. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. They came out with that one and the Queen, whatever the Queen one was, but I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I have the Queen. I didn't get the King. Did you get any of them, Eric?
I seen them, but I didn't get either one.
Okay.
But it was available to us.
Yeah,
I'd like to pick up the King of the North, another one, and age it for a little bit because it was a little boozy, but it was pretty good though. But it'd be nice to chill on it for about a year or so.
Yeah. Well, the new one is coming out here in April, right before the I guess the season premiere of the show. Which again, I've never watched Game of Thrones, so I've seen parts of stuff here and there, but never sat down and actually watch it. I can't remember if you said you watched it, Todd or Eric, before, or
no, I don't. Todd might have.
Yeah, we do. We watch it. We didn't watch it when it first came on. We kind of caught up on it.
Okay.
Is that on, like
now we're watching it regular when it comes on.
Is it on Netflix or Hulu?
It's actually
or is
a good
it
question.
Still syndicated?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if HBO goes to Netflix like Showtime does or not.
Well, we have HBO through our AT&T phone plan or whatever. We get free HBO, so you can go on HBO Go and watch them all.
Yeah,
I can't remember if that's what we watched it on or not, but.
And I've got HBO on demand, so I need to. I don't know. I might watch it at some point here, but I don't know. Is this the last season of it? Right?
Yeah. I think there's only 6 episodes, and it's supposed to be like an hour and a half long, or hour and 45-minute long episodes or something.
Yeah, that's right. I think they said like each episode is like a mini movie or something.
Yeah, I would recommend it. You gotta pay attention though, because there's a lot of characters and a lot of storylines to it.
Yeah, then I'm figuring like to get in it now when it's about to end, is it really worth it? But then I just got done finally wrapping up Luke Cage, and I was like, sucks that they're going to end that one. So I'm still watching The Punisher, but they ended that one. I'm hoping they actually get redone back on Disney when Disney finishes taking them over. So
we just started watching Vikings. Have either of you all watched that?
I watched it when it first came out, but then I stopped for whatever reason. But have you been digging it?
Yeah, it's good. We just finished season 2 tonight, actually, a couple episodes a night. So, yeah, it's really good. Kind of reminds me of a Game of Thrones-esque type show, but, a different type of setting or whatever,
right.
Era, I guess, whatever. It's really good, though. I highly recommend it, especially for being on History Channel.
Yeah. What was that old movie, like back in the late 80s, like 13 Assassins or something? With Antonio Banderas, like they were all like warriors. I can't remember the name of the movie. But it was
yeah.
Kind of reminded me a little bit of that because they were all like, they weren't all Vikings. They're kind of like Viking fighters, like except for Antonio Banderas. So it was like who had to tag along with him as the 13th warrior.
And I guess supposedly a couple of the main characters are like true real characters in history. Actually,
really?
History, but real,
for like mythology and stuff, or
right? Yeah, yeah. But I haven't looked into it. That's just what a guy at work was telling me, and he kind of gets into that kind of shit. So I kind of take his word for it. But he said that, and then I think it's called Black Pearl, which is about like the pirates or whatever. On I think it was on Stars.
Right.
He was saying a lot of that had a lot of real to life characters in it too.
Interesting.
I haven't seen any of that one. I've been wanting to watch it, but he said it was really good. So like, might be the next one we watch. I think there's only like 4 seasons of it, or getting ready to finish the 4th season or something.
Right. Well, looking at the new beer from Ommegang, is actually going to be their first attempt at co-fermentation. It is 9.5% ABV golden ale, created with Pinot Grigio and Vlogner grape juices and bottle conditioned with champagne yeast. So you should get a nice effervescent feel out of it, I would assume. It's going to be available at the brewery Friday, March 8th, and then throughout the realm by the beginning of April. So they want to get them out in bottles of distribution before, I think, the season finale starts like April 13th or something. And on top of that, big shout out to Joe D. And Bum, if you're watching, you can let Joe know. Apparently, they got a Game of Thrones Oreo coming out. So it's an Oreo cookie with Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
And in fact, maybe I can. I'll pull it up here, but I don't know if you guys can hear the video or not. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it was quiet. Y'all quiet tonight.
I haven't seen that. Well, didn't know whether to talk or not since you're like he was concentrating. It will mess you up.
Well played, Todd. Well played. He's a smart one. He's a smart one.
Well, I've got something here, but I'm going to wait till you guys are.
So this.
I was gonna say, speaking of Oreos, I saw they were making s'mores Oreo. They're coming out with like a new flavor, like beer, every month. It seems.
They just came out with a double chocolate one, something, and they also had the carrot cake one out there. But let me see. This is like the Oreo here. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not when I play it.
No sounds coming through.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Oh, you know what? There was no sound. It was just a video of it. So that's what he got there. It's just giving you kind of a teaser about it. So you can look for that to come out if you are a fan of Game of Thrones. Who were you going to share, Eric?
All right. What the hell? 450 North. What the hell? What the hell, brother?
Is that 450 North right there?
Tomorrow. Yeah. It's tomorrow's.
Balls of steel.
I want to. If there was one I want to try, it's the Simcoe and the Silver. That's the two. Well, or the s'more stacks would be good too.
You know, we had that triple one last week. It's from the same series. That Silver Nuggets is a triple IPA from the Nuggets. Or what was that little? What did it say on the can?
The Rare Nugget series.
Rare Nugget series. Yeah, it's one of those.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
That s'mores one, though.
I know.
Shit. Yeah.
Well played.
Really good.
Well played. I've got what's the other one, Eric, in the blue can? It's a pineapple mango or something, Bahama Mama or something.
Yeah, I think that's a Bahama Mama, and that's a double raspberry, and this is the blackberry dessert.
The blackberry dessert is one I'd really like to try because we had one when we went to the brewery when we got those beers we sent you guys, and they had the peach cobbler dessert. It was fucking awesome because you had like cinnamon. It tasted just like a peach cobbler pie. I mean, it was unreal.
Do you see my comment here? So, like, when are you guys coming to Michigan?
So I was trying to talk Shannon into going tomorrow, but it hasn't worked out so far yet.
We got to convince her, get her to go there. Yeah, that all looks really good there from 450 North. I mean, what doesn't from those guys though? And then
when you're kicking out a new session every 3 weeks, I'm going to get a second job.
Cody says, I'm drinking a Schwartz Brewing and Lagunitas collaboration. It's called Not Unofficial IPA with mango and guava. Yeah, I heard about them doing a collab together. What do you think of that one, Cody? Let us know your thoughts there. And what did Eric Gilbert said? Mr. Hardy's delivery. Lots of left. Tom Hardy, that is. Thomas Hardy.
I think he went through Grubhub and that delivery service they have.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Well, he says delivery came in today. No, Tom Hardy, wasn't that like he was ordering something from alcohol or whatever? I'm trying to think of. Tell us a little bit more, Gil. I'm trying to think if that was a whiskey you were ordering. And the bum says Joe will be all over those. Will be all on those Oreos.
Yes, he will.
Oh, I'm sure Joe will have an Instagram. If you ever follow Joe D on Instagram, he sees all the pictures of the Oreo packages he gets. As much as I get Rod J deals, he gets all the Oreos that you've never even heard of before. So. Cody says, I really need to get my hands on some 450 North. It sounds pretty damn good. That it is, my friend. And then Greg says, hello, Todd, your beer is on its way.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you get your beer yet from Joe, Todd? Did it show up today, or is it like tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I believe, is when it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got some good stuff happening there, and going to pick up some other stuff. Speaking of beers, apparently there's nowhere you can go on the internet on any type of beer group or beer site anywhere and not see some type of Lucky Charms beer. Everywhere you go, Lucky Charms is all crazy. It's just like all over the place. And even now, Listerman, one of our local breweries that Todd's familiar with, they're actually launching a Lucky Charms beer as well. Everybody's after Lucky Charms. Everybody's after the marshmallows. You know, that little leprechaun is getting ran all over the place. So I don't know what your guys feel it is for. If I see it, I'm going to get it because I'm going to try it and stuff. So I don't know what you guys are thinking. As some people are trying to say they're not going to try it, but
I'll try it if I can get my hands on it.
I'll try it. Yeah, I think that one originally, the original one that's been going around was in Virginia, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And is it an IPA?
I don't know.
Because the one that Listerman's doing is a stout. It's part of their that one they come out with it. For St. Patrick's Day. What's that one they call it? It's an Irish stout, but they're doing it with Lucky Charms this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew they were coming out with it. I didn't look into it to see how far they are along with it or what it was going to be for sure. But Listerman is like our local, anything closest to like a 450 North on some of the stuff they do.
Yeah, they've exploded in the last couple of years for sure. I've been getting them. I've been getting them for about 4 years now. I guess my brother first started getting them for me, and I was like, yeah, they're pretty good. They're decent. And then the last year and a half, kind of like 450 North is done, they just kind of exploded. Now all of a sudden, all their stuff they're making is like top notch.
Yeah, I'll have to get over there so I get you guys some as well. What are you
laughing
at?
Another release in like 3 IPAs or something this weekend too, I believe, Rod.
It says we get it. We get it. There's a Lucky Charms beer.
I'm telling you, man, it's like all over the place with Lucky Charms.
No, stop sharing. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I'm gonna most likely check it out. I mean, if I see it, if I find it, or get it, that's gonna be worth it.
I wonder if 450 North's Fruity Nuggets had any play on that from when it first came out, you know, because it was kind of a play on Fruit Loops or whatever.
Yeah.
At least the packaging was anyway.
Well, was there Fruity? I thought it was on their Fruity Pebbles.
Or I'm sorry, Fruity Pebbles, yeah.
Has there been a Fruit Loops beer, though? I mean, is there any cereal that you would like to see them do a beer from? I mean,
Count Chocula.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
We have a lot of chocolate beers, but yeah. I mean, Count Chocula, or you got the Blueberry, or you got the Frankenberry.
Yeah.
I thought one time someone did maybe one with Golden Grams.
All had cinnamon in it, yeah.
Rice Krispies, because you use rice in some beer. You do a Rice Krispies type beer.
I mean, as much as different type of stuff they're coming out with, they're all getting close to being a cereal beer anyway, it seems.
Yeah.
Maybe Frosted Flakes could be one.
How would you do a Frosted Flakes beer?
Well, you would have to, I guess, ferment from the flakes. You'd have it in there in an initial mix with your grains and stuff. I mean,
how would you get it to taste like a frosting, though? That's my...
Oh, how you get? I mean, yeah. Well, that's just a different sweeteners. And I mean, some of these breweries is basically messing with the chemistry set, so you have to come up with the right profile.
I
would test it for them. They need a tester.
Yes, please.
You're almost there.
Sign me up. Yeah.
Todd, are you gonna go to the Ellison Brewery and Spirits they're gonna build in Indianapolis?
Yes, for sure. I saw you post when you tagged me on that. I was like, yes.
Their Gravity Shift and their Descending Opinions and their Big Black Stout and all their beers are usually pretty good.
When's the projected open date for that? Do you know?
They said they haven't made an official decision yet.
Yeah.
But they were putting in the vats and all that sort of stuff on that picture. But it looks like it's right downtown.
Indy's starting to boom a little bit more in the on the brew scene. I mean, they had quite a few breweries now, but it seems like a lot more gravitate. Like Ellison, I think Taxman is opening up or has already opened up a brew house up there, which they're just south of Indy, so it's not a big stretch, but still, it's another facility.
Is there a lot of them around Lucas Oil Stadium?
Yeah, there's a fair share.
I thought there would be.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of them are within a walking. I mean, you can strap your shoes on and go walking. I've done that before, and my brother-in-law and a couple of his cousins, we did a weekend trip up to Indy a couple of years ago, and I think we walked every mile of that city that you possibly could and hit all the different breweries, and it was a good time. But yeah, you can. A lot of them you need to drive or get a cab or an Uber or something between, but there's enough downtown around Lucas Oil that, you know.
Yeah.
Bars and what I like Indy. Indy's a nice city.
I wouldn't mind going to Indy 500 again sometime. I've only been there once, but it was a blast.
You know, that's one race I've not been to. I've been to the time trials, but I've never been to the actual race. It's terrible seating there, though. You can't see, but every
well, we were
come past you, that's all you can see of it.
Yeah, but we were actually right there at the last quarter or whatever, so right across from pretty much almost the finish line. So we got it when it came out of the turn all the way down into the finish, and you see those cars come 4 deep, and it's like crazy. There's all lined across, like one little move, and they're like you're wrecking all over the place.
Yeah, a lot of puckering going on.
Yeah, but a great sight to see. But if anybody sees that Lucky Charms, if you've had the Lucky Charms beer, let us know if you've tried it yet or you found it or what you think about it, or if you're going to try it. But
is it out now?
I did. The original one is out already, I believe.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Other ones now, yeah. Cody says not unofficial is pretty good. I think you can really pick up the mango and guava, so he really likes that one there. And then Eric said it was an order off the LCBO. It was an English barley wine old ale, so that's the one. That is the one. I knew he was old enough for something there. Cody Stark had the 3 Shamrocks up there as well.
That's the name of that instrument is Shamrock Shake.
Yeah.
But they're doing they're doing it with the Lucky Charms this time, so
yeah.
If I read that correctly. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. No, Foamy Head's in the house. He says, "Hey everyone, I'm having a slipping in the darkness from Brazos Valley Brewing. Cheers."
Cheers, buddy.
I haven't heard of them before. Where are they out of, Foamy? And what kind of style? I could look it up. What kind of style that one is there? Cody says maybe you can get the frosting flavor from lactose. Yeah. Although lactose tends to cream it out some, but you might be able to get some stuff working into it as well.
Maybe get some serious oats in it with some lactose, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
get
know.
A little bit of that texture going. Yeah.
Interesting.
Greg says lactose wouldn't provide that kind of flavor. So yeah, I mean lactose is going to really hit that nice creaminess effect of the texture.
Mm-hmm.
But you have like some of the stuff like when I've done beer before, like some liquids you can put in, like peanut butter beer. I put in, it gives that peanut butter flavor in. But I guess you want to have something in there, like when we had like the slushies from 450 North, it added a texture to make it like a slushie. I would think you would want some type of texture to make it like the flakes if you can. A lot of times you'll get like a little bit of that, possibly with someone like the oatmeal type stuff like that, or thing that has a little bit of more of a feel in there. So it'd be interesting though. You know?
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see if they can pull it off. See what the texture of the beer is, and also the flavor as close as it. Is it going to be like the cereal if it's just crunched up version with no milk, or is it going to be like the cereal with milk as you're eating it? You know what I mean? Kind of like you're going to get a little bit of both. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if I ever get to try it. I don't know, but
yeah. And Cody said Ellison pretty badass. One of my favorites, right up there with Old Nation. Yeah, I still got to do the Big Black Stout. That was Ellison, right, Eric? That you sent me?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I got that one on deck in the cooler there too to actually check that one out.
Hey, Rod, real quick before you forget about it, you mentioned Old Nation. I saw somebody post that they had it at Jungle Gyms now.
Oh shit, it's about to get crazy.
I saw a picture right before we went on air on Facebook. He had the M43 or was M43, a picture of it and said Jungle Gyms. And everybody was like, "What? It's in Ohio now?" Nobody even realized it was coming to Ohio. So I was like, "Oh, I gotta tell Rod it's already in town."
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. Let me ask my boy Duke about that. What do you think about that, Duke?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
He's pretty excited. He's pretty excited about that one, so. I'll definitely look to check that out. Well, we get Decadent ales now here as well. So Decadent has some pretty good beers taking place. I want to get more of their stuff because that double toasted marshmallow we had that time was pretty damn awesome. So I want to get into more of their beers too.
They do some wild stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then we also had Greg has said, I did a homebrew and it's all in a secondary fermentation. I also did a cocoa pebble stout and it is mildly noticeable. Interesting.
Oh, nice. I bet that'd be good.
And then Greg said maybe water chemistry ? Yeah, I mean, you're going to definitely have some of that. He said hard water versus soft water pH. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be doing the chemistry. Like when I went to the Mad Tree Brewery and went through their stuff, I mean, I was literally sitting in the chemistry lab at one point and all the stuff was out there and how they do the flavor and all that kind of stuff. So they do bring in people that do have chemistry background in some of these breweries that can afford to have that in there.
So did Greg, if you could answer in the comments, did you actually use cereal in that beer? Like Cocoa Pebbles or whatever it was he said?
Yeah, to get like the flavor. How'd you do that, Greg, with the flavor and everything?
Yeah.
Cody says, love me some M43 of Boss Tweed. I need to try the new brown ale with espresso beans.
You're going to like the brown ale if you get it. You're going to, I like it quite a bit.
I got that one. I got to drink that one still. It's the one Marlon Brando. I call it the Marlon Brando can. Like the motorcycle guy on the front. That's the same one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one a lot, Eric.
I'm trying to get to all these beers. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I've been trying to get you guys that double dry hopped M43, but people say it's the original's better. Which I
really,
yeah, that's just surprising to hear.
Yeah, so it depends on people's palates. I mean,
yeah,
it can make a difference for sure.
I wanted to get that strawberry one bad.
Yeah,
that sold out pretty quick.
Yeah, I can imagine why with the stuff they're doing there. Yeah.
I'm glad they're kind of expanding their horizons a little bit and doing brown ales and at least out to the masses.
Yeah. So here's a question for you guys. Would you ever drink a testicle flavored beer?
I knew you was getting ready to say that. I just knew it when you said that. I was thinking, this has got balls all over it.
I'll try anything once.
Would you drink a testicle flavored beer? Because apparently Wycoop Brewing has actually created one that's supposed to be like Rocky Mountain oysters, which is supposed to be like meaty and everything. They said in the beer as well, which is kind of funny when you think about it. But
okay.
I mean, it's beer, so I guess you would try it at least once. I don't know. I mean,
have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters?
Have I?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't. What about you, Eric? Could you ever see yourself eat Rocky Mountain oysters if you haven't?
I've had oysters, but I've never had those.
I never had Rocky Mountain oysters either, but I'd at least try them. You know, I'll try anything once.
Todd, they're not the same as the oysters you've had, by the way.
No, I know that. I'm just saying I have had oysters, just not Rocky Mountain oysters, and I know the difference.
You're trying to do all the Ellison. It's not the same.
No, I knew that.
So they say it all started out as an April Fool's joke until people apparently started actually liking it. Now the brand offers an annual limited release, roasted with barley, 7 specialty grains, Styrian golden hops, and obviously bull testicles. The beer has a 7.2 ABV and a nice meaty flavor. And then it has I didn't make that up. It says It takes about 6 hours to brew and is stored for 3 to 4 weeks before it is served up. So here's a shot of the ball beer. Just call it the balls beer.
Balls beer.
And there you got it right there. Balls to the wall.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
To my ball.
So there you go, right there. I don't think I would want it with the balls right in front of me. I mean, I'm kind of feeling a little guilty there, you know.
Yeah, that would be poor taste if they serve that on a platter. Yeah.
Poor taste.
Pun intended.
So anybody in the comments that ever have Rocky Mountain oysters, or would you drink a testicle tasting beer? Let's take a look here. Scroll through. Welcome, Crankbait. Thanks for joining. Nice to have you aboard. So Foamy Head actually went back to Brazos Valley Brewery is in Brenham, Texas, where they make Bluebell ice cream. Oh, Bluebell ice cream.
Nice.
It's about halfway between me and Drunken One. It's an Imperial Stout. Nice. And Cody says that, Eric, I'm behind you on my YouTube. I'm behind on my YouTube. Did you make a review of the brown ale? Really wanted the strawberry 43. Draft Therapy said strawberry was not very noticeable. So Eric responded there, letting him know he did do the brown ale. I thought it was delicious.
I just got to find it here.
Yeah. Bum says, I've had a crab, but I've never had crabs.
Same here, brother. Same here.
Yes, that's right.
Cody said would not drink a ball beer. LAMAO. So Cody's not going for the balls. But people are doing interesting things. You know, we talked last year about that one beer that was getting released with the vaginal yeast. I don't know whatever happened with that. If people did try, that was overseas. So that was also another crazy type beer.
Which one was that?
They went using vaginal yeast from some model.
Oh yeah. No, that's where I'm gonna kind of draw the line. Is the vaginal yeast.
Right. Wasn't that the same one where whatever beer you got, there was like a picture of the girl who they actually used it from or something?
I don't remember.
You get like a centerfold of the girl who, contributed to the beer.
Yeah, there you go. Looking at you in the eyes while you're drinking it. Yeah. That makes it really nice. Yeah. Last week we had they had the launch of the BrewDog Airline, who had their initial flight. I don't know if you guys saw that or whatever. Apparently, they ran into a little bit of a Christmas vacation, so to speak, when the shitter was full. So
I didn't see that.
So on the flight, I guess about an hour and a half or so before they land, like they were pretty much the bathrooms out of order, and they were like kind of crazy on a little bit of stuff. But it was the airline. They had, it's BrewDog. You get beers as part of the travel. It's a neat little idea. So BrewDog's got a lot of good expanding taking place. They got the airlines. They got the breweries. They got the Indiana's getting the next one here with the brew pub. So they're doing some good stuff.
Yeah, I see a lot of breweries now starting to contract with airlines. I wonder if it's going to go with like the train, like with Amtrak or something like that. Because a lot of people do take the train to go places.
Yeah, they Delta, which is our main airline here, they contracted where they have craft beer on the plane now. Sweetwater is one of the breweries they offer.
Yeah.
I forgot who the other one. I don't think it was one of our local. It might have been Ryan guys. I can't remember offhand, but they have like one or two different ones. You can order 3. So.
What are the prices of those things? Because like a regular beer is like $5 or something.
Yeah, well the thing is, like usually if you get the ticket, like what I do, like I'm going to Jamaica, I just move my seat up to like the priority seating, which is probably an additional, let's say 20 to 60, depending on the plane and how long the flight may be on your seat, and then the drinks are all included. So
okay.
Nice. I get my money back out of it.
I was gonna say. Just keep them coming.
6 of them. I'll just get 6 of them.
I tell the flight attendant, stand right there. I'll be done in a second.
Yeah, if my glass ever gets full, there goes your tip. Or it gets empty. I mean, there goes your tip.
Yeah. But there's some other ones that I know we're doing some more craft beers as well. So craft beers getting some opportunity there, which is nice. But then, of course, when the drinks are free too, you can also start going into the liquor and really start getting your money back. So, choose wisely. Nobody wants to see the guy dead.
Speaking of that, there was this lady. I was coming on my way back from England. This has been, goodness, about Christmas time, 17. Man, she had 2 glasses of wine, buddy, here, and she was out. She was like leaning over almost on me, and she was out, dude. And the attendant comes by and she goes, "Man, those two glasses of wine did her in." I'm like, "Yeah."
Thanks.
She's drooling on the plane. She's drooling.
Oh, God, she was like this, almost over hit her head on my shoulder. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
You don't know me like that, lady. Start saying, "Me too, me too."
I'll tell you what, it was a 9-hour flight. I was like, "Can I just get a beer or something?"
Did you have to get up and stretch your legs and stuff? Or?
Yeah, I kind of got up, and walked around a little bit.
Yeah.
I would go back, though. I would go back.
Oh, I can imagine. You went? How long were you over there? Like 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah. It's almost like you have to be over there for a certain amount of time to really enjoy it and not get run down to see the stuff you want to see. So
yeah.
So that's pretty cool there. And then
excuse me.
Boulevard Brewing actually is now expanded into canned cocktails. So they're actually bringing out canned drinks that you can pick out, like a 6-pack, I don't know, pina colada or whatever the drink's going to be and everything. So that's kind of interesting. Like they're finding another way to supplement another income stream, it looks like. Which you see some of these breweries, like right here, Goodwood Brewing, they've got the beer line, but they just got into distilling as well. So now Goodwood, I don't know if you saw it down there near where you're at, Todd, because you're closer to Louisville, where they actually now have the liquor line out.
Yeah, I saw they had a bourbon. I also thought I saw something where they might be going into some battles over. I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember if it was a label thing. I don't remember what they were maybe getting sued over on the bourbon side or whiskey side, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much up here with them getting anything taking place there, but
I haven't actually seen it distroed, but I haven't, in the stores, but I actually haven't looked for it either. So I'm not sure what the price point is on it or heard anything as to whether it's very good or not.
Right.
Hopefully it's better than the beer. That's all I got to say.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's a pretty good price they're bringing up. I think up here at the Party Source, where J.O. is at the Party Source Reviews, I think they were $1 for one of their bottles. When I saw it the other day, like $115 or $120 or something. So they're definitely more of an upper echelon whiskey as far as what they're charging, it seems. But be interesting to see how it tastes. Like I said, their beers are usually, and Todd, you may have been the same way too. I think you said you may have been. They're like up and down for me as far as hit and miss with them. So it'd be kind of interesting if they could pull it off on the whiskey a little bit more consistently.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to them because, like I said, hopefully it's better than most of their beer offerings, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. So we'll see how they end up pulling that off. And let me see here. Check. All right, let's see. And then Cody has said, when I'm asked if I want to refill a pop, I like to say, no thanks, I'm driving LMAO. Always catches them off guard. New Holland has canned cocktails, he said, with their own liquors. They distill now, too. So I guess they're looking at that up there. I don't know if you see that at all, Eric.
Yeah, I had their Holland Mule. It's not very good.
I think talking about the vaginal yeast, he's just like, what the fuck? Wrong yeast.
Oops.
Hey, yeast, right? All yeast matters. So, yeah.
There's some yeast that you should not brew with.
Yeah. Some yeast needs to stay where it's at.
It doesn't, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You should. That's right.
Well, that's the fun of pushing to the next level. So we're going to work our way through this. And apparently Natty's got a new beer coming out, which is kind of funny. And Todd, you'll get a kick. I don't know if you saw it or not. I just posted something on the Facebook show before we started, but one of my alum, Pat McAfee, who was the Indiana punter for many years,
I did see that.
He's the spokesperson for the new Natty strawberry lemonade type beer or something they have there, which is interesting. So Natty's trying to shake up and maybe go a little bit more crafty. Their new beer is a strawberry lemonade flavored type beer. Let me take a look here. It's called Natter Days.
Natter Days.
That dude's a nut, by the way.
Oh, he's hilarious too.
Yeah, he is. He's funny as shit.
They call it a strawberry lemonade drinking beer. See what the ABV on here if it says.
It's got to be low.
Oh yeah. And apparently they're going to be on one of the NASCARs too that are sponsoring as well.
It's eye catching, I tell you that.
Yeah.
The color scheme will make you turn and look.
Eye catching or eye blinding, but
yeah,
the piece doesn't have the ABV on it, but it's going to be interesting.
I gotta imagine it's got to be right around 4%.
Yeah.
Maybe even lower than that, since it's like a lemonade-ish style.
So for you Natty Light fans out there, you have that coming soon here.
I like a Natty Light every once in a great while.
Looking forward to the review, Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, I got ham special light I got to do yet.
There you go.
I bought a big old brick of it. So
a big old brick.
well, 79, baby.
With hams, a Rod J deal is never needed.
Speaks for itself.
I just go right past that.
Is that a 30-pack, Eric? Is that what you get those in? Yeah.
And then $3 deposit, which I'll get it back when I return the cans.
Well, too bad Joe's not here. Genesee Brewery, which is one of Joe's favorites up there, they're actually launching a juicy IPA. Which, quiet as it is, Genesee actually does try to do like some craft beers out there. I mean, I was surprised to see they got like a Bach and some other things along with the cream ale and some of that. Like, they got more than I thought they were. I just considered them always to be like a little bit of a macro type brewer, but they do experiment with stuff.
Yeah, they seem to broaden their horizons a little bit.
I never had their Bach.
I haven't either. Like, I might pick it up again at some point. I go to Jungle Gyms, but
be right back.
I don't really want to go to Jungle Gyms right now because I walk in there and it's like this money starts falling out of the pockets.
Yeah. It's the same with me when I go to Horrocks. It's freaking huge. I'll have to take a video of that sometime. It's big.
Yeah. And then Cody was asking what type of beer Todd actually had there. But Todd is drinking the Thirsty Dog barley wine that I sent him previously. And Cody says Genesee tries to do a bit of everything. Yeah, they're messing around with different stuff there. I mean, I will say like the Genesee ale, whatever, it's not a bad one. Like for just a quick drinking type beer. You know, if you're going to look at something like an adjunct type lager, they do all right.
Yeah, they're it's decent. Now their ice beer is I could care less for the ice beer, but the light and their regular cream ale's all right.
Yeah.
All the ice beer to me is there's only like one or two I like out of them all. There's Bush Ice and then there's Bud Ice. And that's probably the only two that I care for out of the whole entire line of the ice beer.
Here's the funny thing about the whole, we brought up Bud again, right? So the whole thing, and I did the little video about the corn syrup stuff on the channel, which is people want to see that. I didn't catch my thoughts on it there, but they keep showing these new commercials going more and more with the whole corn syrup thing. And I'm like, if I'm Miller or Coors, I would, or Miller Coors actually together. If I was Miller Coors, I would make a commercial about the corn syrup, and I'd have it going to like Bud Ice because Bud Ice uses corn syrup, or the other Anheuser-Busch type firm families that are doing it. So I'd have them having a thing returning it back to Bud to these other ones that are actually
you can brew with your Bud Ice.
Yeah. It's like when people think like Bud's not doing it, but no, Anheuser-Busch has other brands under them that use corn syrup. So it's not like they're trying to attack Miller Coors, but they're still kicking themselves as well. And I was like, why don't they do something like that for rebuttal to it, you know? Don't just stand there and take it.
I don't think they want to. You don't think they don't want to get into that game? They're like, we're just going to.
Apparently, whatever the beer alliance is, the powerful beer alliance, they're saying Budweiser's threatening the whole thing falling through now. So At this point, I don't know. If they come in like that, I think it's gloves off. I think it's gloves off at that point. It's like football. We play football. Low man always wins. They go low, you go lower. Low man always wins. It's no time to go high. You got to go low.
They take out the knees, you take out the groin. Kapow!
A little violent there, Eric. Come on.
Hey. A little salty.
Yeah. But you got to do something. You got to respond in some type of way.
This is my beer, Cody, right now. It's just about gone.
Did you drink all the barley wine, Todd?
I did.
What are you drinking now?
One from Highland Brewing in Asheville, North Carolina. It's a seasonal, I guess. It says it's a Midnight Summit Vanilla Milk Stout.
Ooh, nice.
Nice looking one there.
Picked this up about, 6 weeks or so ago whenever we were down in Tennessee.
So Highland is canning now, too, then. Because they were always bottles whenever I saw them. I didn't know they were canning. So that's pretty cool.
It's funny because the last time we went down there, they must have just started doing that because I guess last fall-ish, towards the end of summer, early fall, I picked up the same thing, and it was in bottles. And then when we went down there this last time, I didn't realize it was the same beer because it was in a can.
Yeah.
And I got home, and I still had a bottle left over, and I was like, shit, that's the same damn thing. Now they got it in a can instead. So seems like more, same exact thing. Seems like more and more are going to canning now. I just saw that we got the Hop Juju in cans today.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen that out of a bottle. Yeah.
So it seems like everybody's going to cans, which is good because it makes it great for beer mail. So.
Yeah. It makes it a lot easier for beer mail. Which here's something I didn't realize before. So back in the day, I used to buy stuff and I would sell it all through eBay. So the post office sent me a whole bunch of free boxes from them that you can use to put stuff in, and the eBay on there. I just found out a couple months ago when I sent one of your guys' boxes out, you could use whatever box you want with UPS. And I thought you couldn't use the USPS box with them because I just thought it was something where if you did that, it had to go through the post office or how they were branded. They're like, oh, no, we can still use those. So I've had all the times we're looking for boxes. I got tons of boxes here, which I could have been using all this time. So
yeah, UPS is they pretty much don't care as long as they're getting your money, so they don't care what you send it in.
Yeah. So it's they were good to go. So yeah, so I'll be sending those now. So when you get something from eBay, you'll know
eBay? Where the hell did I get some from eBay?
I didn't
what?
eBay. Yeah.
Did I order beer from eBay? I don't remember. Shit, that was a good night, but I don't remember that.
Which hopefully, like I said, hopefully your neighborhoods are safe and everything, because it's I see where there's some porch thieves in some places, and it's they see an eBay box and there must be something good in there. It says eBay on it versus just a brown box sitting there. So we don't really have a porch thief problem around here, but occasionally you'll see it on the news from other parts of the city.
Another place you can get really cheap shipping products is the Dollar Tree.
Oh, yeah. Dollar Tree. Yeah. What about Dollar Store, Family Dollar, all of them, maybe.
You can buy the folding boxes and then the bubble wrap type envelopes for $1 a piece.
There you go.
I've not tried sending them out yet because Shannon buys so much shit from Amazon. We always have boxes laying around. So
Shannon's hanging out with my wife then. You're when you open the door, you're like, what the hell? There's another Amazon box out here.
It's like Christmas year-round around here. You never know what's going to be sitting on the porch when you get home.
Yeah, it's funny because then she'll get stuff and it's like, I could have just got that at Kroger. I didn't feel like going to Kroger. Oh, let's see here.
You get it about the same time frame, so what difference does it make,
Yeah. Let's see here. Checking some of the comments. And Cody said, how's your guys' beers? Beers are going good. I mean, I've had the Sam Adams New England IPA before myself, so I don't know if you saw it early enough, but there was a closeout deal where I got a 4-pack for $8, so I just got a couple of them, so I had some beer for tonight for the show.
I'd give it to Sam Adams on that one. That's a good solid beer just to keep around for somewhat inexpensive, I guess, especially when you pick it up for a Rajay deal.
Yeah, well.
Although that's not your best Rajay deal, but it was a deal, so.
I was just there at the time, and it was like the last 2 4-packs, so I helped the store out and took them off their hands.
Especially for them being fresh still.
Yeah, like February 9th. As I looked at it, I was like, he's got to be old. Like February 2019. All right.
You start counting on your fingers, like, yeah, that's okay. We're still good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys know or not, but with Sam Adams, we actually have one of their main breweries actually here in Cincinnati that ships a lot of their beers out through the country because Jim Cook is from here. So he had a brewery here that they produce a lot of the stuff out that goes around the area. So I don't know if this came out of that one or the one in Boston or wherever, but yeah. Just figured it came out, had to be relatively, just came out so quickly. So
I'd be willing to bet that was a local canning there.
And then Crankbait says, hey again. No, hey again there, Crankbait. And Eric says, what's up, Crankbait? And Eric said Eric Gilbert had a Muskoka cream and now Thomas Hardy. So he's on his second one right now, just gliding into the Thursday evening.
I'm about ready to give me a second beer as well.
Yeah. Let's see here. Utah's trying to get the high beer to go through. They actually have come a step closer to having 4.8 alcohol levels. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's like, I don't know how to, I mean, out there, it's, it's got you're basically influenced by a lot of the Mormon type stuff. But Uintah's out there, and they make good beers. So it's kind of just funny that they're based out of there. But, like, they ship everywhere outside of Utah because they're higher beers than what they get there.
Epic? Oh, man.
Yeah.
So they can't get any beer higher than 4.8?
They're looking to raise the alcohol limit from 3.2% to 4.8 by weight.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has expressed concern that the increase is too high. Most lawmakers are members of faith that teach abstinence from school, and church positions can hold outsized sway. Yeah.
So at those levels, they can't even get like Bud Light or Miller Light or nothing then, right?
They also
they brew it specifically for them.
They brew it specifically for them, I think is how they do it. Like the old Coors type thing where they had a brand. But they said even many local breweries also oppose the change. So
Interesting. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's session beers at its finest right there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You're going by religion. Jesus was making wine, and in wine you're at least at 14%.
Yeah,
I mean,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
No,
Wine's a different story. Wine's a different story.
Yeah, that's too high.
Yeah.
That's too high.
Yeah.
The Easter Rome. I'm glad I'm not in Utah.
Wow. Well, didn't somebody say, or was it Ethan said that just a couple of years ago they upped the ABV for Ohio for like up to maybe it was a video like way back.
Well, we had a thing we were talking about before. Utah, and that was the one Ethan was on as well. They were the first state that took the DUI level down to what is it now? 0.08 or something, I think. It's a DUI level, somewhere around there.
Shit, how many of those beers you got to drink to get to that level, though?
well, they're looking at taking it to 0.05 now as well. And Ethan was saying he was afraid that other states may follow along because they set the table before and people followed them. So you drop it to like a 0.05, you're like not even having that much more.
Pretty soon it'll be 0.
Not if we can help it.
Maybe not in our lifetime.
I was gonna say Ohio just finally passed. What was it, 12.9%? So you don't want to go the other way already.
Yeah, Ohio used to be. They were
10.
They were limited like a 12. And I think they took it up to like 25 or something. You can do.
Yeah, but it used to be what, 12 and under or something only.
Something like that. Yeah, because we were higher in Kentucky on some of our stuff. Like that one, I think I gave you that one at 66 Pearl, Todd, that time. And
I started to crack it tonight, and then I looked at it and I was like, Ooh, 15%. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna crack that one tonight. I still have it. I want to drink it, but I'm like, I'm gonna wait.
It's a Belgian style ale. That's Belgian style golden ale, I believe. So it'll hold for you for a bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I still haven't cracked that one I got when I was there last year. That what was the one I got for $5.99? The golden.
Oh, that was the big golden drop bottle. You got the Rod. That's the Rod J deal.
That was the Rod J deal for sure.
You got like the big Magnum, and it was like $5.99 of it was Golden Drop 9000.
Yeah.
So,
which I don't know what's the percentage on that one.
I think that one might be somewhere around 11 or so.
Okay, so I'm still good on that one then.
Yeah, you're still good on that one. So
yeah,
I still got like that 50-something ounce bottle, which I really shouldn't have bought it, but.
Partay.
It was there. It was the like 50-ounce bottle of the 2018 the one with the Anchor. Was it Anchor Christmas? The one that does the Christmas trees on the front. That is Anchor Brewing.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is Anchor. I'm pretty sure.
Their Christmas ale, but it was like $9.99. It was like $9.99 for this 50-ounce beer that was fresh here in December 2018. When I got it, like January, it's like, gotta get it, like Tribe Called Quest, got to get it.
Yeah.
We have one of our local breweries doing something pretty cool. Which would be interesting if other breweries start doing this, but we have a new one that's going to be opening called Big Ash Brewing. Another one in Cincinnati, imagine that. And they are actually going to put the taps in the hands of the customers, so you will actually be able to draw your own beer, and then you'll pay basically by the ounce on it. So
German style.
Yeah, you just walk up, and I don't know if you'll put your card in there, because I know some places you put a card in and then it just bills to your card or whatever, but you'll be pouring your own beer, which is pretty cool.
So are the taps going to be at each table, or you have to actually go and like get in line? And
I think you have to get in line. I think it'll be like a tap stand up there, and you just go up there and do it. But here's the question, then: if you're pouring your own beer, do you still tip when you go to the brewery?
No.
I mean, if you're getting your own beer, Eric, you're on mute, by the way, brother.
Oh shit!
No.
There you go. You're looking like the old school kung fu flick there.
It's a ham special light kicking in already.
There you go. Right here, brother. Right here.
But if you're going up there and pour your own beer, I mean, what's their tip for on service?
Yeah.
Well, do you tip if you go to a buffet restaurant?
Sometimes. Like
if you just go and pay and then the rest of it's self-serve, do you still tip? Yeah,
depending if they get like your drinks and stuff. Like if I go, we don't really go to buffets as much anymore, but like maybe the casino or something, and they're bringing you drinks and stuff, then you'll leave a tip for it, because usually you're not getting your own drinks and stuff. But
yeah, let's say like a Qdoba, for instance, type style, where you're just ordering and getting your food and you sit down.
Oh no, you don't do that. I mean, yeah.
So I mean, maybe it's the same. I guess it depends on in that scenario if they're doing any other kind of waitering to you.
If they provide extra service, I would say you would tip them. But
right.
Do you tip at Jersey Mike's? Because Jersey Mike's actually puts a tip thing that you can tip on your credit card, or they have a tip jar. Some people do tip, but
I've only been there one time.
But you don't tip when you go to Subway. You don't tip when you go to McDonald's. Why would you tip when you go to Jersey Mike's?
I didn't tip when I went there to Jersey Mike's either. So
yeah, so it's kind of like, I mean, but people tip at Starbucks too. But you don't tip at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Just because
to me, if you're ordering and they hand you the food right there, like a McDonald's or something, where they're not really giving you another, like you said, another type of service.
Right.
I mean, unless you're just feeling good that day and you just want to throw something in the jar or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a good question for the viewers. What would you do?
Like the tip or not the tip? That's a dilemma sometimes, What about you, Eric? You're quiet on it. Would you usually tip in these spots, or?
I usually don't. I'll fully admit I usually don't tip.
Yeah.
And there's been very, very rare circumstances where I've done it. But most of the time I'll just pass by the tip jar.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're doing all the work, we went to a place. We have one of the local Indian restaurants we'll go to once in a while, and I usually leave a couple bucks there and everything because they're always refilling our water glasses or getting a soda or bringing a beer or something like that. I mean, some people some people may not, but I say if they're providing some type of service, then I would give them a tip there.
Yeah, see that they're still kind of waiting on you and doing something. So
yeah, it's not
in that
as much
instance for sure.
I mean, it's not as much as if we would like order off the menu or anything because that's more work and stuff they have to do. But I mean, we're getting all our own food and stuff, but I feel like some should kick their way.
Yeah.
And some of the places, like I had some that like the manager was doing to the owner. He's like, "Oh no, don't tip," because we're like, I'm like the owner. You don't tip the owners and stuff. So like, all right, well, cool.
Yeah, when I was over in England, we said, "Do you have a gratuity jar?" And they go, "You don't. We don't do that here." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, they pay a living wage over there, Eric.
Yeah, we don't do that. That's what he goes. He goes, "We don't do that here." We're like, oh, okay.
They even give them free health care. Yeah, so yeah, it's funny because we went to Dominican Republic. First time we went down there, we had got some stuff and we were like leaving tips. So you could see because the resort that we stayed at, we found out, we have more Europeans that were there. We had some people from some of the other countries, that not as many as the Americans at the resort we were. And so sometimes we would leave tips and someone would look over like wondering, it seemed like they were surprised we were leaving tips for people and stuff. But, it is what it is. Speaking of which, I'll be in Jamaica in a couple months.
Nice.
Oh.
I have to find other beer besides just Red Stripe, but there will be
going back to the same place.
Actually, it ends up being the place we're staying at. It's the same hotel chain that we stayed in Cancun, which is like the Rio. And one of my buddies at work I was talking to today, they just came back from the Dominican Republic and they stayed at a Rio. So apparently this hotel chain is blowing up over there. But they give you a nice little setup. They put the bottles in the room. They refill your fridge every day, beer, sodas, all that stuff. I mean, by bottles, they put fifths in your room for you. That's like the little mini bottles. They put like filters and stuff. So you can sit there and make your own rum and cokes and all that kind of stuff and kick back on the patio, watch the sunrise, sunset, whatever.
Yeah, we looked at some Ryu places in the Dominican. We were going to think about going. Went through was looking at Cheap Caribbean.
Yeah, actually, we went through this one on Cheap Caribbean, yeah.
And they had several Ryu places on there. And it seemed like they got some pretty good reviews, so that's good. Good to hear.
Yeah, the first time we went to Dominican Republic, we used Vacation Express, which is not a good site. But Cheap Caribbean came through nicely on this one, too. So,
yeah, we're thinking about maybe going to Mexico this summer.
Yeah,
I
like Mexico.
A friend of mine and his wife and his mom and stepfather, they have a condo in Isla Mujeres, I think. It's like a little island off of Cancun. So you fly into Cancun, but you got a ferry. It's like a 15-minute ferry ride over to this island. It's only like 3 miles long.
Yeah,
it's kind of like its own little resort type place, so he's like, yeah, you can go and stay, whatever. Just let me know. I'll give you the key, and all you just got to do is just pay for your flight. And I was like, hell yeah. So we might go do that this year. Maybe.
Yeah, we might have been facing that on because when we stayed at Rio Cancun, you can see a landmass out there about that amount of distance and wondering what that was out there.
That's probably it.
I'm thinking like that's too close to be Cuba. So what the hell is that out there?
Yeah. So if you look it up, it's just a little stretch. It's like a 3-mile island, and I mean it's pretty cool. I was looking it up today online because we, was thinking about some places to go. We were looking at going to like to Lake Michigan or somewhere up there close to Erie. I was like, shit, it's just as expensive there as to go to like Florida or Myrtle Beach in South Carolina or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
So then I was like, my friend's been telling me all this time. He's like, if you guys ever want to go and use our place, just let me know. As long as we have no plans for that week or anything. They go about once or twice a year.
Right.
And he's like, just let me know. He said, I'll give you all the details. I'll give you kind of like your own itinerary on where to fly into and how to catch the ferry and all that, and and go at it. So I was like, Nice. So I come home today from work. I was like, I know where we're going on vacation. We just got to get our passports, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, get those out of the way. And I got to actually get ours renewed for after this year.
It's not hard to do a passport either, Todd.
No.
What all do you need for that? Like your social security card and what else?
Your social security number. They need to do a background check. So your mom's maiden name, your dad, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The form's about 2 pages, I think.
Get a picture like a Walgreens or whatever they can use.
Yeah. You just did it through like your postal service, right?
Yeah.
So the one postal service I went to said they don't do it. You had to go through the local government agency to get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some areas they have passport offices there too. I mean, I think for us the closest is in Chicago though. So
yeah.
Where they would just
do
it there.
Like Rod said, go to like Walgreens, tell me you need a passport ID.
Yeah.
Or photo.
I think they usually like 4 to 6 weeks or something to get it back or something like that.
Yeah, mine took like 2 months max.
Okay.
Yeah, so that time frame in there like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we plan on doing that, we need to get on.
Just when you do it and when you travel, you have to make sure everything is exactly the same when you travel as your passport. Like if anything is off a little bit, then it screws you up. Like
your IDs and stuff.
If you have a middle initial on your ID on
your driver license or what? Okay.
That's where, like, it's weird. It's like you would think it would be something you can actually handle, but it does cause issues and stuff and delays and everything. They tell you to make sure everything is exactly the same.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
well, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah. So.
Going in's fine, Todd. It's coming back.
And then Cody said, he said, is it Michigan 0.8?
I think it is 0.8. Last I knew it was.
Yeah. And Cody said he wouldn't tip in a place like that. We were talking about the tipping. Says he wants to go to Mackinac Island this summer during the last storm over the weekend. A big piece of ice went through someone's windshield on the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah, they had to shut the bridge down.
I saw a story about that. Yeah, I saw that on the news.
Poor guy in his Tahoe, man. I think it was a Tahoe.
Hey, Greg says if you have a government clearance, it takes literally no time at all. So, cheers, Orem Wines. Thanks for joining us.
Government clearance to be in what, like if you're in the military or something, or?
Well, there's different jobs you can get where you'll have government clearance for. Like
yeah.
I used to work with, she wasn't working for government where she was like doing financial stuff with us, but still had her clearance. She was like
no big deal,
level 14 or something. Like she had done stuff in the past, or whatever. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't qualify for that.
Apparently, like you have jobs there when you leave, you still have clearance levels. I guess that doesn't necessarily get all turned off.
So if they need you, it's not a big thing to get back.
And you're already at that level. So
Eric, what was you saying? It's easy going out, but good luck coming back. Is that what you said?
When I went to Mexico, so I didn't have a bad experience coming back. I've never had a bad experience coming back.
But it is longer coming back, though. When you come back through, the worst part is coming back through the U.S. through customs.
Through customs, yeah.
So I go through customs in Mexico. They're like, "How long are you here for?" 4 days. Here you go. Thanks. I'm like, what?
Okay.
When we went to Canada, they didn't even stamp the thing. We went to Toronto years ago. I was like, man, I got this damn passport. Stamp it. So, but they stamped it in Mexico and they stamped it in Dominican Republic.
So how far is it for you, Eric, to the Canadian border?
About 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad. No, what's that? Is that
to Windsor?
Is that Windsor right across the border there? Is it Toronto? You're not close to Toronto, though, right?
No, if I go to Toronto, I would have to go through where's it? Port Huron and Saranac.
Okay. What is it across from Joe? What's it right there?
He's got, is it Niagara Falls?
Yeah,
Niagara, but what's the main?
Joe's got Toronto close to him.
Toronto, okay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he goes right over to Toronto, and then Orem said, "Cheers, guys. What are you guys drinking?" And I'm drinking the Sam Adams New England IPA right now. Orem.
There's Todd's beer.
Mine is the Highland Brewing from Asheville, North Carolina. Their Midnight Summer Vanilla Milk Stout.
And I started off with a Samuel Adams Boston Lager, and now I'm on to Hams.
Ham and cheese.
Which is like a flagship still.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if it's hams, it's a Flakes or flagship.
This is the one and only, almost.
And then Greg said, "All right, last checking out. Nice to have joined you. Really enjoyed it. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you
Greg.
joining in. Hopefully, you'll join us some more in the
Greg.
future here. Don't be a stranger." So, yeah. So New England IPA, my second one here. Well, actually, tonight earlier I did drink a couple other beers. We actually had Chinese after work at one of our key Chinese spots, and terrific selection of beers they always have. It's called Kung Fu Amer Asia, so half AMER, then half ASIA. And I had the Urban Artifact. I had one of theirs, which was their Woodbreaker, which is their fruit beer. So that was one that actually, what was that? I think it was like 8.2 or something. Let me see here. 8.2 ABV on that one. Very nice cherry color type beer, cherry tart type beer. And then I also had the, what was the other one I had? Parcha from Platform. And that was their IPA milkshake, which was actually pretty decent too. So I got to say, Platform is probably one of my second favorite newer breweries that I've tried over the last. Well, what do I put other half in here? Is the other half really from the last year, or was that when did we first get the other half beers? Last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, so maybe like it's right in their top three, kind of with newer breweries I've tried, like other half, 450 North.
I've been impressed with Platform.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with everything I've had from them so far. Has been solid.
Is it better on draft or is it better in cans?
Well, everything's always better on draft, usually because it's fresh. As long as the draft lines are and everything's ran properly. But in cans, they have a lot of stuff come through still very nicely. I mean,
I've only had cans. I've never had it on draft. So
they had a couple. There's one they got called the Clevelander, which I didn't think was as great. It was decent, but it just wasn't as good as some of their other beers. So it's hard for a brewery to have every one be a slam dunk, as we talked about before.
Yeah.
But overall, they've done a real good job on the beers there. So, and they're about to come out with their that reminds me, if I can get it out, I'll get some of that to get to you guys. The Bananas Fostered, which tastes like freaking perfect. We actually had it last winter. I guess it was the Summer Beer Fest last September, and they only had it on draft at the Beer Fest. It wasn't being canned even, so they weren't even getting it up in Cleveland. And it just tastes like Banana Foster. It was pretty much dead on terrific. So,
and that was from Platform.
That was from Platform. So yeah. So if they get that one back out here in can, they're going to can it now. Then I'll try to get some of that for you guys.
Now they're out of Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't think that was a Cincinnati beer, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, but now we have a tasting room for them in Cincinnati as well as Columbus. So they've been building up through the state as well.
I got to go to Angola and get me some more Indiana beer.
Yeah. Indiana.
How far is that for you?
Angola is about an hour.
Okay.
Orem says he's drinking an Irish Red homebrew. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty.
Eric, how far are you from Gary?
Gary, I'm about 3 hours.
Oh, it's that far. Okay, I was gonna say you need to go hit 18th Street Brewery, but that's a little farther then.
I take 94 all the way into Michigan City and
then drop down.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 3. It's probably a little bit further than that then, because they're not actually in Gary. I don't believe. I think they're just south of it. But
where's this? What one are you talking about, Todd?
18th Street Brewery.
Oh, 18th Street.
Yeah. You don't get any of their distro there though, do you?
I haven't seen them up here.
Okay. Is that the one I got Devil's Conclave? Was it at 18th Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
To me, Three Floyd's get a lot of the acclaim for Indiana, but to me, 18th Street's equally as good, and in my opinion, probably better.
One of these days, I'm going to have to go to Chicago and go to, I guess they got, I don't mean to bring Goose Island up, but I guess you can get some of their variants still over there. I mean, they still haven't gone off the shelves.
Over in Indiana or over in
Chicago?
Chicago, okay, yeah. Well, with them being there, I'm sure you probably can get that a lot more easier for access.
Yeah. And I guess I thought I read on somewhere on was it the maybe Extraordinary Beer Drinkers said they had another batch. They brought some more back out for some of the areas that didn't necessarily get a lot, and they're just kind of just sitting there right now because people are like, "What?"
Yeah.
I wonder if it's time to kind of drop that for Goose Island, like, because weren't they kind of one of the first to get bought out by one of the big boys, and then everybody kind of just like, oh, but it's the same people that turn their nose up at them any other time, but are standing there on Black Friday getting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Bourbon County, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, is it really, I mean, you've had all these breweries being bought out over the last couple of years.
I don't even think Goose Island was 100% bought out. I think it was just a minority stake, but
yeah, I think it was like 30% or something.
Yeah,
like
enough to kick them out of the Brewers Association.
But to your point, Eric, as you go there, you might get some stuff. And Rod, you was there before when you went to Chicago, didn't you? I'm sure you probably got some other stuff that you don't get in distro. So I'm sure they're still making pretty good quality stuff. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, when I was there,
you know,
I didn't go to the brewery, but I like to go to the different restaurants. There's a really good restaurant in Chicago, and that's where I met James at from the Beer Coalition and stuff. Is a place called Miller's Pub, and they get a lot of the local brews on tap that are really good. So, but I've been there, and I've been to a couple of other restaurants called the Exchequer, where I've had like the Matilda on draft or the Sophie or some of the other ones from Goose Island, and they were really good. And then they had some other Goose Island brews that you don't usually see in other spots. So
I can get the Matilda here, but every time I get it, it's always overcarbonated, so I haven't gotten any more.
Yeah. When was the last time you got it? Was it?
It was, goodness, it was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
It was overcarbonated again. I go, nope, not getting anything.
Well, I know when we went there, when I first got it there a few years ago, like I wasn't seeing it anywhere. So I don't know if they started producing it after that or if it was, I'd never seen it down here, but maybe it was something in that production of those years or something. Maybe I don't know. I never bought it in the bottle to test it.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you say that, Eric. I've experienced that too as well with that one.
I more or less seen it with the 15 Matilda.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been a few years.
15 is when they were affected with some of their stuff from the Bourbon County as well.
True. So, yeah, true. Yeah. So it might have been a carryover or something from.
Yeah.
Where their whole just brewery was infected.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, I do like their what is it? Their wheat ale, but I could care less.
The 312.
Yeah, 312. Yeah. But their IPA is just that IPA's got to get better.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't say it's like a low IPA, but it's an IPA that's kind of just there, you know. Yeah. If you're sitting there playing a game of cards or something with some guys or whatever, you know, you can sit there and drink it, wouldn't even think twice about it, but it's not something I would hunt down to try, you know.
Right.
And my obviously my beer standards are, you know, pretty low. So for me to say 12 IPA is bad.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm like at a hotel bar and the options are limited, I might pick it up, you know. Yeah, just give me that one. I know what it tastes like. So
if it's between that and the hams, right, Rod?
Yeah. although I've had the hams before, and I was actually surprised it was better than I thought it was going to be because I was just in my mind thinking of it being a low budget beer, but it actually delivered well.
I'm gonna tell you what, hams you get a 30-pack for, I think we get 30-pack here for $13.99. What'd you say you paid for that, Eric?
$12.79.
Yeah, and you can catch them on sale sometimes for like $10.99 or $11.99.
Yeah.
An old ex-neighbor of ours when we lived in our other house, that's all he drinks is hams. So obviously I go down there and bullshit with him. He's like, you want a beer? I'm like, sure. And drinking, they're like, yeah, it's actually pretty good for what you pay for it for a 30-pack. Yeah. It's like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like. Go ahead, Rod.
You're fine. Go ahead, Eric.
I said the original hams I like better than the light. The light's a little bit too light for me, but the regular hams, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like if I see the hams and I think, you know, if you're actually out here at like a summer picnic or barbecue or you're fishing or something, you know, you just grabbing a beer, you know, suits the need if you're playing golf or something like that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Kind of like with PBR. I'll drink a PBR too.
Yeah. You know, all beer can have its place at certain times, so it's not like, again, you can't be the big beer snob.
Yeah, the ham's light's just a little bit too light for me.
Yeah,
too light.
And
what's the ABV on that one, Eric?
3.8.
Cody
Didn't
had
realize
said,
it was that low.
Cody had said a while ago he had Chinese too. LOL, Panda Express. So, hey, Panda Express, when you're in a rush, I mean, it's right there and everything like that. So he said he's going to try Evil Twin Brewing. And yeah, Evil Twin, they've got some pretty good beers. I actually just picked up an Evil Twin beer that's in the cooler now that I did get that on the Rajay deal too, but that was over at Party Source where JO's at. They had them on sale, I guess, to get rid of them and stuff, but I'm going to try that at some point.
Which one was it?
Oh, shit. I got to look at my Untapped to see. Let me see. Because on Untapped, I got my beer list.
I like Evil Twin. They do some good stuff.
It was every day, once a day, give yourself an IPA. 9% ABV, 75 IBU, double IPA. And that one was relatively fresh. I just got it like last weekend.
What kind of deal did you get?
They were usually like $4.99. I think they had it for like $2.99 or something.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Rajay at Party Source?
Yeah, Party Source, yeah.
Nice.
And I finally picked up Oak Spire, so I'm going to try that finally. They had individual bottles there, so I bought one of those. And I bought, because I had to buy it just to see what the hubbub about, just to see what it did taste like, the Enter Night Pilsner. So the Metallica Stone Beer, I did pick up one of those, and I'm going to do a review on here.
I haven't seen that one yet, actually.
Yeah, I got that in a can. That was like in a pint can. And then
Sure, it's floating around. I just haven't really looked for it either. So
yeah. Then I got the Stillwater Goza Gone Hot that they had there too. I got that. That was another one that was there on a deal. I said, "Oh, I'll throw it in the cart. Why not?" So yeah, I need to drink that Electron Brown now. I still got the bourbon Plead the Fifth. I got to drink too.
Yeah, I like bourbon Plead the Fifth. The Expedition's better, the bourbon Expedition, but Plead the Fifth ain't bad either.
Huh.
Yeah, I had that on tap at the Beer Fest a couple weeks ago. The bourbon Expedition. Yeah. I still have the bottle of Chief Scent. I haven't opened that one yet, but I actually got to try it on tap. So
how was it on tap, Todd?
Oh, it was amazing. It's good.
Well, apparently, I did pick up the King in the North. That's in my cellar. Didn't even realize I had it in there.
I hate when it happens.
Down there, you don't even know.
You don't even know. Yeah.
and I got Willetized in there, so I got a drink. I haven't drank that. And I've got this Santa's Private Reserve, which is supposed to be good from Rogues as well. Huh. Interesting. And I still got to drink the chocolate Scotch ale that you sent me, Todd. I want to drink that one here too, because I'm actually seeing that pop up more and more as well. So I wonder if you want to try that.
Yeah, it was an Untitled Art, right?
Yeah.
I think I got the bourbon barrel aged Scotty karate.
I still got the 2 bourbon aged Expedition stouts I have in there. The rum aged Pumpkin, the Pit and the Pendulum with cherries. I got a Belgian triple burner from Brooklyn Brewing. I picked up the Dead and Dead from Rogue Ales, which is their Bach as well. I got a regular Expedition stout in there. Cherry
side by side video.
There you go.
Cherry cordial, Samoa. This still got the banana coconut I haven't drank from Dragon's Milk.
That Expedition stout is outstanding.
Beers. I got the Woot stout in there I haven't drank.
From this year?
I may have to have Drunken One move in to help me out here.
Look at the Rod, like I said, I'm not that far away, buddy. I can come down.
I got the Worldwide stout in there.
Just a short drive away.
I could literally probably have a block party for my cul-de-sac and have enough beer to supply people and still have beer left over. There's so much beer in there right now.
Is it just the regular Worldwide stout or is it the vanilla?
It is the vanilla.
I got that one too. I do
17.5 ABV. I still got the High West Barrel Aged Victory SC I haven't drank.
I remember having the vanilla Worldwide stout when it was fresh, and I was just like, whoa. I mean, that alcohol hit, you're just like, you almost can't even take a drink of it. It's so boozy.
Taxman, I got the Bourbon Barrel Deduction in there still.
Is that one I sent you?
I can't remember. Maybe it was back in September when I got it.
Yeah, probably so. I did send you some Taxman because that's they're like a Belgian style brewery.
I still got the Flanders in there. I got Oud Brewing. a Flanders in there that I need to drink. I love the Flanders beers. I got the
You need to pop that. You need to pop that Taxman open, son.
I got the White Monkey from Victory Brewing. Haven't drank that yet. I got a bunch of Brewery Tyrrell beers, Salted Caramel, Lagunitas Gnarly Wine, Blither and Elliott from Weyerbacher, Bourbon Barrel Quad from Boulevard. God, so many freaking beers to go through. Just when I think I'm out, it loads more. Yeah.
Next page.
You got a ton of beer. So that's why I don't want to go to Jungle Gym today because I'll end up buying more beers. I'm still trying to get through these ones. I told you my backlog right now, I've got 44 videos right now that I got to upload. So I'll upload probably one for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I got to go in and see which 3 I want to upload next. I was going to do the Sweetwater Fresh Sticky Nuggets for the next one. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one or not because I did do a couple of the 450 North, so I might do those, Todd, as well. So I got to just take a look there, see what I want to get up there.
Some of the recent ones or ones before?
The recent one. Well, I got some from before too, but the recent ones I just did as well. Let me see here. And then Cody Stark said he asked Eric if you have one. Did you have one you thought was better than the other one of theirs? I don't know if Eric, you responded to Cody.
No, is it the Goose Island beers, Cody? Yeah, the hams.
The
hams. There's only 2 that I know of.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
There's only 2 that I know of.
And then Foamy Head says Buffalo Bayou Brewing out of Houston does the Banana Fosters also. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I only had the one from Black Phillip previously that's really good, but be interesting to see how it comes out when they can it. And Cody says he still needs to try hams. Cody, no one needs to try hams.
Yeah. You want
to try hams, but you don't need to try.
No, you need to try it, buddy.
And Foamy said there's a new Lone Star 24/7 low ABV, low carb. So that's the thing that some of these breweries are now putting out there is these low ABV beers as well. And Foamy Head, you're in Texas. What part of Texas are you actually in again? Down there. Actually, I go to Dallas here in June. Bum said, just found out Nathaniel Taylor Rollo from Sanford Sun RFP. Yeah, he died. I guess it was today or yesterday, but yeah, I saw that as well. So, and Bum knows all the nostalgia old classic shows, but the guy that played Rollo actually died. So that was sad to see. He was like 80. I guess it was heart attack from what I saw. And then Cody said evil twin. So did you find one of the evil twins you like more than the others?
I like their even more Jesus. That's what I like.
Yeah.
That was probably the best one that I liked.
Yeah, I just reviewed that one. I had the Cocoa Jesus that I did. And I just did the one for the Imperial Biscotti break. So that was a good one too. Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to spoil the upload, but it was a little less than what I expected it to be.
Yeah, it's kind of hyped. It is kind of hyped a little bit, to be honest.
I was expecting a little bit more. Maybe because I watched an old video before that was done about a year and a half ago. Somebody really liked it, but yeah, I thought it'd be better than it actually was. But
and honestly, some of those Biscotti break series beers that they've had, some of them's not been very good.
And I think there's one. I don't know if you've had it, Eric, or seen it, or Todd. The even more pecan Jesus. I heard that one was actually pretty good, but I haven't tried.
I've seen it, but I didn't get it.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. So even you can't go wrong getting more Jesus, I guess. But okay. So he's in Sequin, Texas, between San Antonio and Austin. So you're more south down then. Okay. That's one city I would like to visit at some point, though, San Antonio. It always looks pretty cool on TV when I see some of the sites or see some of the things happening like on the internet. I go to Dallas in June for my nephew's high school graduation, so I'll be down there for that. It's funny now because when I go to book trips, I try to get enough time that I can get in. If I'm going for work, obviously getting in and get everything done around work that needs to get done. I want to leave a little extra time so I can do a little beer shopping and maybe get some beer shipped back ahead of when I come back or something. So I don't know if you guys, when you travel, if you start thinking about beer as part of your planning when you're traveling now. Like,
yep.
Yes, sir.
So now I know.
I definitely did when I went to Chicago here 3 or 4 months ago. I was like, I'm sitting at the hotel waiting for our convention to start. I was like, I got a couple hours. There's a Benny's right down the street. I'll be back in a little bit.
Now, did you fly to Chicago or did you drive?
No, we drove. So I brought back a whole shit ton.
That's it. When you drive, you just know you can load the car up on stuff and everything. Yeah. But when you're like,
I texted Shane and I was like, I'm in beer heaven at this place. So she's like, that's right. Just knock yourself out. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's like if I fly, it's like you have to look to see where it's at. Then you have to look to see, is there a UPS store nearby? Apparently now I'm going to find a Family Dollar because I can get the stuff I need. So, but yeah, so there's some other upcoming trips. I may try to go to Baltimore in the fall. My wife has to go there for work. And basically all I got to do is buy the plane ticket because she has the hotel and all kind of stuff. So it's kind of like, I want to get to that Guinness brewery so I can check it out. So I might end up trying to do that. If I can do that, I'll definitely shoot some video from down there. And then maybe try to catch up with DJ from DJ's BrewTube as well.
There you go.
See him in Baltimore?
Yeah, he's right outside that area, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, beer becomes a part of the travel package nowadays, so.
Yes, it does.
I'm hoping I can find, because I did hear there were some craft breweries in Jamaica, but all inclusive. It's like, well, if I can't find it, I'll just drink a lot of rum because they'll have a lot of rum. So, but I would like to try to find some other cool beer places, but I may do some rum type videos or something from the beach type videos. So this year, well, every year, St. Patty's Day is actually on March 17th. So this year it's actually a Sunday, which can be interesting. So we were talking about that at work today because it's like there might be people calling in on Monday because St. Patty's Day is Monday. So, but I was thinking about doing a video, and it made me think about it. Was I was already thinking about it before, and then who was I think it was Foamy said he was drinking the homebrew of the Irish Red. I'm sorry, no, Orem was drinking the homebrew Irish Red, and I was thinking of doing a video like some of my more favorite, I guess, Irish type beers, Irish style type beers. Obviously you'd have like a Guinness out there, but I was thinking of like the Conway's Irish Red Ale from Great Lakes would be a nice one to have. That's a really nice one. And some of the other ones. So I don't know. I might do like a St. Patty's Day, or maybe we do like a St. Patty's Day beer float show.
There you go.
Like Irish beers or something. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Instead of Thursday that day, it'll be Sunday. Or do Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah, there you go.
That could be it too. Yeah. So do like a special St. Patty's edition.
There you go.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. But anybody else drinking anything out there right now? Anything else in the comments?
I've switched over to Dasani now, with Dasani water.
Yeah, tomorrow, actually, I'm on a later day, so I have to work like 10 to 6, so I get to sleep in a little bit longer, but I'll probably still get up earlier than I need to get up. It's like a day where you can sleep in later, but you have to work longer, so it's like you don't really win on that one as much.
Yeah.
Let me see here. And Cody said he would watch a St. Patty Day Beer Flow show. So, yeah, maybe we'll go ahead and do the St. Patty Day Beer Flow show this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to make it down there or not. I may try to get down there for some of the festivities, but it's actually Bachfest here. So
I had that one time.
Is that the raspberry apricot thing, whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I lost in the war. The one I lost in the battle of the fridge. That one that kind of like froze over. I mean,
did you like it, Eric?
I did. I liked it.
Without giving away your review, you haven't posted that one yet, though, have you?
It's coming. I think this coming week. I think is what it is. I'll have to look here. Yes, Saturday, March 2nd. So Saturday.
That's
Cool.
this Saturday.
At 7:30.
I had the pina colada, and the pina colada was fantastic.
Yeah, my next one's going to be the. Where'd you get the New Holland glass?
Well, I come in that set with the.
The
Was it
Dragon
the-
Smelt Banana.
Yeah. No, it was the. Was it the s'mores? Not s'mores, but the. What was the one they had the gift set?
It was
The Mexican spice cake.
no, I think it was the s'mores.
Was it s'mores? Yeah, it was a big bomber and like 2 glasses.
Yeah, that's the one that I got here too.
I think I got it for like $13.99 or something.
But I had the fruit shake was pretty good too. The fruit peach. I need to upload those ones.
The next one's going to be the the mango. It's a slushy. The mango one.
Is it peach mango? Maybe no, I can't remember.
It's the mango one. Yeah, that's going to be my next one.
I went to our Braxton Labs here last week, and they actually had one on tap. I know Eric won't be as excited about it, but it was their Utterly Coconuts with double vanilla and chocolate. Oh, it was so freaking delicious.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just shaking his head like.
But you know what? That pina colada, he's talking about the pina colada. It didn't really had more pineapple vibe to it than coconut for me.
See, I got coconut when I went through it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm anxious to see what Eric thinks about it.
Yeah.
Which one is that, Todd?
The pina colada slushy.
Oh yeah, the pina colada one. Yeah, I'm interested to know what that tastes like too.
See, to me, I didn't get a whole lot of coconut in that one, as you would think, being a pina colada.
Yeah.
I got more pineapple out of it than anything.
Yeah, Cody
Rod said he got more of the coconut though. I guess.
Yeah, I got both of them out of it and everything, but yeah, so
it was good though.
Yeah, it was definitely good. Yeah.
I still got to do my Bourbon County Stout versus the Avery Uncle Jacobs.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice little battle.
I think I maybe get a little happy that day.
Cody said New Holland's White Dragon's Milk is interesting. Not what I would think of when I think of Dragon's Milk. I know, Eric, you said you didn't really care for it too much.
Yeah, I thought it was okay, but yeah, it's a 6% stout. Actually, I kind of really look at it as a blonde ale is what I look at it as because it pours out kind of like that. But
it's supposed to be like a white stout for them, right?
Yeah.
And it's only like 6% or something, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, and the original Dragon's Milk's like 11.
Yeah. I haven't seen it here yet, but I definitely want to try it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it here yet as well. But yeah, I mean, anything that's mostly done with like Dragon's type milk, I'm pretty much going to try at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's solid. That beer name alone is. I'd have to think is keeping that brewery afloat just in Dragon's Milk by itself.
Yeah.
Their reserve series is all right, I think. Most of the reserve series is all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I say they don't make bad, that their beers are bad, but that one particular one for sure. And especially now they're doing all the variants for it.
Yeah, when you think Dragon's Milk, you think, okay, I'm going to get a 10+% beer. You're not thinking you're going to get a 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely half the stuff of what you expected for that type of beer, but
which when I first heard it come out, I was kind of hoping it was going to be along the lines of Dragon's Milk stout-ish, but like a white chocolate type thing. I didn't realize they were doing it as like a blonde ale. Do they actually still list it as a stout?
It says on the can that it's a stout.
It does.
I think I still got the can. Let me go see if I got it.
Yeah, I thought on the can, I thought it said a white stout. That's at least what I was thinking from it.
Yeah, because watching Brad's video, which he actually seemed to like it, but it was like didn't really seem like a stout. It just seemed like more like just a golden ale type beer or whatever.
No, looks like I took it back for a deposit.
Yeah, usually, I mean, it's funny because with them, it's like New Holland is either, it seems like either they're making the Poet or there was another one they have. I can't think of it off name.
Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter. And then they have what, Cabin Fever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then everything else is like Dragon's Milk for the most part that I've seen. So, like with the Cabin Fever wasn't a bad brown ale. I've had that.
No, I mean even like the Mad Hatter is not bad. I mean
the Mad Hatter series, yeah.
Most of their distro stuff isn't bad. I mean,
yeah.
I don't necessarily seek it out, but it's, you know, if I see it and I drink it, it's like, okay, this is not bad, you know. But the Dragon's Milk itself is like, yeah, I'm going to pick it up, especially if you find it on sale, because you can see that one on sale a lot.
Right.
Like at your grocery store type places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a link in our little chat here about that the Dragon Smoke White.
The Beer Buzz.
And it gives you the label and all that. There wasn't really much on it.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I was kind of disappointed after seeing some of the reviews on it. Like, it's not really a stout. It's more
smooth,
a blonde
creamy,
ale or something.
Yeah, bourbon barrel aged white stout with natural flavors. What's the natural flavors? Nobody really knows.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I didn't really get any bourbon aspects from it either. I got vanilla, but I didn't get the bourbon.
Yeah, I remember your video.
Yeah,
you were saying you wouldn't get much out of it.
It's not coming through as much. It's probably at a 6% level.
True.
It's pretty light.
And in a 12-ounce can. Usually their stuff's the bigger bombers with stuff, but yeah. Interesting. Well, different breweries tried different things. I mean, it seemed at one point there were people that wanted to do more of the white stouts, but it seems the white stouts are starting to die out a little bit now. You're not seeing many people try to push those. It's like, I don't think you really need that.
No.
Cody said he tried a white chocolate blonde ale that recently thought was really good.
What one was that, Cody?
And he also says he doesn't try much New Holland, although he did like Hoptronics. And Hoptronics is actually one that I wanted to try, but I never picked up, and I do see it occasionally. I need to try that one. Because that one I've heard a lot of good things about too.
Yeah, that one is actually pretty good. I had it at a beer fest a couple of years ago, I think. And it was pretty good.
Yeah. And he says he thinks they're trying to make Dragon's Milk into his own brand, which is true. I think they put so much into Dragon's Milk to kind of stand out as its own little series, but
yeah,
people were kind of seeing that in conjunction with the brewery. So
yeah, and I can't blame them so much for doing that because it seems to be, you know, their top-notch seller. So, you know, ride the train as long as you can, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially when you start throwing different variants and everything into it. It's like everybody. I mean, I know I, for one, look forward to the new ones when they come out. I'm like, yeah, I'm seeking out to get it, you know, because I want to try it.
What do you think of the Mad Hatter series?
I like them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's. No, I was going to say, same with you, Rod. I think it's pretty decent. I like it.
Yeah, I think they do a good job with it. I've had a few different ones from that series.
I like their Cabin Fever. That's the one I like.
The brown ale? Yeah. Yeah, that was when I got a Rod J deal on back in the day. I got a case for like $12.99. Like, what?
Plus a mail-in rebate for $13.99, right?
Yeah. I'm like, well, it's like an 8% beer, so I knew it was like good if you went to sell it or whatever. But it was like, people don't know what this actually is. It's like they're walking right past gold right here.
So, and you got a case of it for $12.99?
Yeah.
I hate you,
dude.
Yeah, the worst Rod J deal I ever didn't take advantage of is when I got the foreign extra stout from Guinness. and they got that for a case for $12.99, and it had like 4 or 5 cases there. I should just took them all. I never had it before. I know how good it was, and of course I came back the next day and they were gone. It was like, son of a bitch.
Your best Rajay deal are the $1.99 Mexican or Spanish beers that you sent us. Those things were fucking amazing.
Yeah, they were. I was like, oh, we always bring it up every beer flow show too.
Yeah, like $1.99. What the? Yeah, that's gonna be hard to beat.
That is gonna be very hard to beat.
Those were very tasty.
I mean, a case for $12.99 is
very
great.
Tasty, my ass. Those were fucking outstanding.
I mean, that's a Rajay deal among Rajay deals right there for sure.
Which I still need to upload those videos. I haven't uploaded my reviews on those. Yeah. And
I still have one left.
Yeah. You know what it is? You get to that last one and you don't want to drink it.
I know. It's like, oh no, no.
If you got the brandy one, Todd, I'll give my left nut for it.
What will you drink a nut for it? That's the thing.
I will try the blue oyster beer. I will try it.
You know, I don't know which one it is. I think it might just be the base beer of it.
Oh, the base beer.
Which I think, which I did it in reverse order, I know, but
the base beer was good too.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll have to check. I'm thinking it was the blue labeled one, whichever one that one was. Because wasn't it like blue, red, and yellow or something?
Whatever brandy barrels.
Blue, green, yellow.
Whatever brandy barrels they used in that, Jesus Christ, dude. I would buy case after case after case.
Yeah, that one was a home run for sure.
Yeah, that one. There was no complaints on that one for sure. They did a good job there. Yeah. After having one, I was like,
I've got to go back and get the rest.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the only fault that you made on that one was you didn't go back for more.
Yeah, right?
Or did he? Or did he?
No, I wish. Well,
he's probably like 6 shelves full of them downstairs.
I did go back. It's just there was none left there when I went back. So, yeah. Well, that's like when I went there before over at Party Source. It's like they had a cart of like zombie dust, and it was like, oh, take as many as you want. You know, they were all fresh, and it was like,
I'll take the whole cart.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
They must be big on rotating their stock.
Oh, they definitely are. They do a good job with rotating stuff in and out and everything.
That's J.O.'s store there, right?
Yeah, that's J.O.'s over there.
Have you asked him any more about that beer?
No, I don't think I asked him. I didn't ask him if they were getting more of that in or not. I'll have to find out from him.
Because even at a non-Rajay deal, that would be amazing beer for sure.
Yeah, out of Spain. Good beer.
And maybe that's their normal price once it hits over here. Who knows?
I wonder if Craig actually had that one because he goes to Madeira on and off with his wife. So I wonder if he's had that one because that would be a nice Spanish beer to have if you go over there.
No doubt.
So many good beers. And let's see here. Eric Gilbert is now sipping a scotch now, sons. What scotch are you sipping?
Ooh.
Yeah. It was funny. I was on J.O.'s show yesterday, the comments talking. They were doing their whiskey show for Wednesdays, and the first whiskey I ever had was actually Cuddy Sark and followed by Dewars. So
Dewars.
Not something you would actually go out and hunt for, but it was kind of like going through your parent liquor cabinet. It's like, so it was what was on hand, and mom was a scotch drinker. And the first time I tasted it, I was like, why would you drink this? Years later, here I am.
It's funny. It's everybody's first response to it's like, ugh, why? Years later, like, okay. Yeah, I see now.
And let me see. And Cody said to Eric, I believe the name of the brewery was Grand Armor or Grand Armory, one of the two. Which Eric said Grand Armory sounds right. Just checked Untapped, and it was Grand Armory. White Chocolate Blonde Ale. You had the peanut butter porter. Was that from Grand Armory, Eric?
I think so. I think it was from
Okay.
It's their. It's some long one, but I think it's a porter.
Yeah.
Nutter butter, peanut butter, something like that.
Nutter butter, not wrong with that.
Oh, so next Friday, Fall City, which I don't know you're familiar with, Fall City.
Yeah.
They're having at their brewery. They're having a s'more stout release, and they're also doing a variant with bacon, one with peanut butter, and then what's the other one? I forget what the other one is offhand. So they're kind of branching out and doing some different things as well.
Is that next Saturday or?
Yeah, no, next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
And it's a release they're doing.
Well, I don't know if they're bottling it or if it's just a tap type thing release.
Yeah. What do you guys got going on next weekend?
Nothing that I know of. I'm not 100% sure, but
think anything either. I'll have to check my calendar, but I don't think I got anything.
Yeah, no. Next Friday, I know is when a lot of the places is doing the Toppling Goliath releases around here.
I forgot about Toppling Goliath coming in. We might have some stuff up here too.
Is it hitting Kentucky? I wasn't sure.
I remember hearing something.
Or Ohio?
I don't know Kentucky or Ohio. I think it's one of them. So
okay.
Damn it! I don't want to spend any more money on beer.
I've had their pseudo sue, but I want to try the King Sue, which are one of our tap houses is having a tap takeover next Friday. Not tomorrow, but next week for Toppling Goliath, and that's one of them that's going to be on. So Friday night, we're planning on going to Fall City, trying their s'more stout and variants, and then going to it's called Pearl Street Tap House and getting some Toppling Goliath beers.
Nice.
But Saturday, I don't know that we have any plans as far as I know.
Well, I'm off next Friday, but I was thinking about going to Cleveland. I made a suggestion about me going to Cleveland because they got like a big beer festival. Because next Saturday is my birthday, so.
Oh, nice.
And then I was like, I don't know if I want to really go to Cleveland. My wife was like, she took off. She's like, well, I thought we were going somewhere. I was like, I don't know, but she's like, we need to go do something. I don't know, maybe nice to go down to Louisville or something.
Yeah, well, it's we'll talk about it next week or something.
Yeah,
maybe we can plan something.
But she's like, we should do something. You know, I don't know. Actually, I just want to kind of just chill and relax. But yeah,
well, it's your birthday. Do what you want.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Do what you want.
Like, she's like, you need to do something. It's like, I thought it was my birthday. Why can't I do what I want to do? Yeah. All married guys know the answer to that question. Not about you anymore forever. just let you know, Eric. Just let you know.
Thanks.
Oh, let me see.
I can say that's not 100% true, but
well, no, but you know, damn near close to 90.
Well.
Let's see. Well, I think that's a lot of the beer news type stuff. I was going through some of this other stuff here, but nothing else really too much taking place. So this will be the end of February. We'll be heading into March tomorrow. Hopefully,
the weather turns.
A few weeks, yeah, the weather turns. Start getting warm weather.
Hopefully,
that takes place here. Oh, there was a study that came out. We didn't talk about it last week, but they were going through the states for the cheapest states for beer. Illinois was number one. It's the cheapest beer in the U.S. And I think Michigan was actually up there too for something. Let me see.
Wasn't Wyoming like the most expensive?
They were before, but I'm thinking they must be looking at macro numbers or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the basis? What's the basis for the number? Yeah. I wonder, like the guideline for it.
Let me see here. It was. Yeah, so in fact, Illinois and Michigan are the only top 5 states to remain in the top 5 cheapest states from a previous study. And their methodology was prices from national or regional retailers and up to 10 zip codes in each state for a 24-pack of Bud Light and Miller Lite. So they were looking at the macro prices based on popularity.
It's interesting that Michigan's in there because you have the can deposit, whatever.
Yeah, Michigan was 1607 for a case of beer.
Right.
Kentucky was 1895. Indiana was 15.20. No, sorry, that was Illinois. You were 1689, Indiana.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So Hawaii, not Hawaii, Alaska was 31.21. Hawaii was 22.39. Well, Hawaii, you got to travel to get that beer out there. I mean, if you're Hawaii, you might as well be a home brewer at that price.
Yeah. Surprising, like Alaska was higher.
Well, Alaska's 22, Hawaii's 31.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. I thought you said the other way around.
The most expensive was Wyoming was 26.68. Wow. Montana was 22.28. Tennessee 22.25.
Tennessee was 22.25.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's see here. Yeah.
But they also don't have any state tax there, so.
They also what?
They don't have state taxes there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, Drunken One's in the house now.
What's up,
Drunken One?
Eric Gilbert also said the Balti Quarter Cask Batch 3, 53.2%. So Eric's definitely getting his drink on.
Oh.
And Drunken One's a nice beer rod. Love those sometimes. Look at I think the New England IPA. Beer Man says takes a very rare wife to let you do what you want. LOL. Welcome, Beer Man. Thanks for joining in.
It'll be his first and only comment of the night.
And the Drunken One says Beer Man, sup, bro. And then Eric Gilbert says, well, Canadian beer news time then. I don't have the Canadian beer news. I don't have any Canadian guys here. Drunken One says, please shout out Beer Man needs some attention. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen Beer Man, he's actually got a great little channel there. So I think he's a little bit newer here with some of the stuff, but check him out. You can hit the 3 dots next to his name. Check out Drunken One. Let's watch Drunken One's video. Oh yeah, we were talking about BW3. So
yeah.
Drunken One to BW3, and put up some stuff on there. And I agree. I mean, I personally think BW3 is all that great. I think their wings are kind of skimpy based on some other places. I guess it's a matter of where you see them around. I don't know what your guys' feeling were, but I'd never go to BW3.
I don't like it.
I haven't been there in so long. Plus the beer at my BW3 is always as warm every time.
Oh, yeah.
Really? They're not running their tap.
It's not like like a Bud Miller or Coors if you have it. It's like, why isn't this beer cold?
Yeah.
Like I'll meet a good friend of mine and his brother-in-law for BW3s every now and again. But I usually never go for the food. I'll just go and have a couple beers or something and bullshit. But
go and have a burger. You're at a wings place, so I'm gonna get a burger instead.
Yeah, I'll have the fish sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at their wings versus some of the other wings, it's almost like they're frog legs now.
Now there was a place I went in. Where was it? It was in Kentucky, just where was it? South of Mammoth Cave, I think it's where it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some pretty good sized wings there. I got I think 20 wings, and they were pretty good sized. I mean, I couldn't finish them all.
Yeah, we got some places around here some local spots that are better than the BW3s out there. So, but BW3 again, it's kind of like that macro versus a craft, right? So I mean, they're kind of that macro chain versus what you're gonna get with the little personal touch places. So too, we'll pay maybe a little more as it's personal, but it's definitely more worth it, I think.
But the company paid for it, so I didn't pay 0.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. And Beerman says he really wants to try Sammy Adams beer. He's actually only tried them, maybe not. I can't read right now. I've only God, I actually only tried them maybe not enough to remember. Last time I need to check them out. And BeerVentures don't have state taxes, but they probably pound your ass at the end of the year like they do in Oregon. Oregon makes you owe. So, yeah. But, yeah, and he said thanks for the shout out there. But, yeah, I enjoyed. I actually watched one of Beerman's video the other day. Very entertaining. Good channel. I think, let me take a look here. I think on his channel, I want to say like the subscribers were down around, I don't want to say too low, so I'm trying to think offhand if it was like 30 something. Yeah, 33 subscribers. So I was right there. So definitely one of the newer guys out here doing some of the beer videos. So if you need another beer channel to check out, then definitely check out Beerman. He has a lot of fun doing it. He's very entertaining doing his videos and stuff. So I will be checking out more of his stuff too. So then check out Drunken One for crazy Drunken One rambles as well.
He is right about the Buffalo Wild Wings, though.
Oh, he's definitely right about Buffalo Wild Wings. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like he said he'll never be going there again. So like, yeah, I can't blame you. Like we went to Quaker Steak. Quaker Steak wings were much better than Buffalo Wild Wings, you know. But then, like I said, the local places we get, like, even better, some of them. So you pay for what you get what you pay for sometimes, and I think sometimes they kind of agree there.
What about the wing place by your house there, Rod? Buffalo Bills or
Buffalo Bob's?
Bob's, yeah.
Yeah, that one is better even on their wings than what you get at BW3. I would definitely even go there because you get like, what is it, like 12 wings or something? I think it's like $9 or $10 on that, but they're actually meaty type wings too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get taken care of nicely there, and their beer as well. The beers at Buffalo Bob's, you get like a 25-ounce like IPA or something like that. Everything is like $4. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. I feel like I walk back in the past, but don't tell anybody. We'll keep it going.
That's right.
I'm like, you should really be charging probably $8 or $9 for this glass, if not maybe even
Nice.
10. But
shut your mouth.
Like, it's like I got like a Ryan Guy's Truth. Like, you can get a Truth here in like a 25-ounce glass for this amount. Okay.
I'll take two, please.
Yes, please. Yeah. Yes, please.
They actually do a great job now of getting in some of the craft brew stuff. In fact, I'll probably actually stop out there Saturday, and it's kind of cool because they know me out there now. And although last time I was out there, one of the bartenders, she was actually about to have a baby or was pregnant. So I don't know if she's still out there right now or not. But it's like, all right, we got this. Let's see which one you like now. So it's kind of cool to walk in there and kind of know people.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not there enough to be like Norm or anything, but
Run!
Like, so, I drink beer and I know things.
Yeah.
I drink beer and I know people.
It's always nice to have your local spot for sure. And then Beerman says hot wings and IPAs with a combo. No doubt. Yeah. See, IPAs pair well with spicy food is also, so we've got like some hot wings that definitely works very nicely. Or even if you're having like Mexican spicy or Asian spicy, you can do a lot of good stuff there with the IPA. I think I just heard thunder. We've had sleet, we've had rain, we've had snow today. Now I'm hearing thunder.
You'll hit them all. We get the same thing here. It's crazy.
It's a weird weather pattern.
Be like 75 one day, next day to be 10 below.
Living in the Midwest, that's what you get.
Yeah. Oh, and then of course, big shout out to YouTube because YouTube saved me a bunch of money this week fixing my convertible motor. I don't know if you guys saw it on Facebook and stuff, but anything you possibly could actually need to ever do, you go find on YouTube. Like
I'm convinced if you can't find it on YouTube, it's not possible.
Right.
At all.
I mean, a woman built her house off of YouTube, following YouTube. Not like a little house, but like built a house for her and her kids, like a 4-bedroom house. And I had a thing where my convertible top was stuck down and was out. It needed hydraulic fluid, essentially. But I was able to go to YouTube, find out what was going on, pop out the back seat, go in there, put the fluid in, get it going. Now it's going back up with no problem. But yeah, anything you need on
Nice.
YouTube, you just go on YouTube. Anything you possibly can need,
Probably saved you a shit ton of money too, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean, I ended up getting the fluid was $5.99. I needed a ratchet for the to get the screw and stuff out, so that was $9.99 for a ratchet set, and then a certain plug I needed was like another $6. So essentially $27 saved me from spending like $300, $400, maybe $500 to get it done. Because some spots, if you're not paying attention, they said, "Oh, you need a new motor, right?" The motor was $2 something. All I needed was fluid inside of it. So
yeah.
So always check YouTube. I've done stuff on my furnace from going to YouTube and save money there. I've saved stuff on stuff in plumbing and different things along those lines. I mean, YouTube might be the greatest social media tool ever created, just because of what you can do with it from other stuff. Like you go on Facebook, you're just talking shit on Facebook. You're on Twitter, you're talking shit on Twitter. But YouTube gives you shit to actually solve problems.
It's actually useful stuff.
Yeah. So
it's a new age encyclopedia, basically.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. As more people share their experiences, other people benefit from it. So it's probably the best sharing tool out there for a social media tool, in my opinion. The Drunken One says DIY is the way to go for sure. And Beerman said, no doubt, Rod, YouTube is for sure as well. So yeah. And he says, you're getting our weather probably. We send everyone the cruddy weather. I live on the coast of Oregon. So yeah. I bet you get some nice views there on the coast of Oregon. That would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind getting out there and seeing that part of the country at some point.
Yeah, I'd love to go up there.
The most northern I've been was actually, I think, Sacramento. Sacramento's north of San Fran, I believe. So, but I like to get to Oregon. I like to get to Seattle and Vancouver, kind of there.
San Diego's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, one of the cool things to do, if you ever get a chance, I know you've been to San Diego, like you said, Eric, is between San Diego and I forgot where I was, but the Pacific Coastal Highway, to ride down it was actually pretty cool to get into San Diego. I flew into some part of like, it wasn't Escondido or some other, I think it was a John Wayne Airport or wherever I was, but I had to drive down to San Diego, and it's just like such a great view driving down there in the ocean and stuff like that. Except when you get almost to San Diego, you have the Marine base there, and you got like helicopters, and you got people dropping out of the sky. And you're like, are we under attack right now?
What's going on?
You see these guys like rappelling down from the helicopter. You're like, what happened? What happened? So
what the hell's going on?
You're like, oh, Marine base. Okay. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, if you ever fly into San Diego, you're going right in between buildings, and you're like, what in the hell? You see buildings on both sides. You're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
fly right into the airport because I guess they built a city kind of around the airport a little bit, so they can land planes and take off as well.
Yeah. We went to a meeting at one of our offices there to meet the people we were meeting with, and we were like one of the high rises in San Diego, like. I don't know, it was like floor like number 50 or something. It was like, it took like, 30 seconds to get to the floor we were going to in the elevator. And then we had like a open office space. You could see like all of San Diego. It was a pretty sweet view up there. But I'm not a huge fan of elevators, and to be in the elevator for like 30 seconds is kind of like, are we there yet? Freak out. I'm going to freak out.
A little claustrophobic, are you?
Maybe a little, like one like they have like over there in Dubai, like that one tower they sent like from the ground to the top. It's like a minute and a half or something in the elevator. I'd be freaking. I'd be like, come on. I'm in this little box. Feel like Alice in Chains.
Well, how many floors is that? Is that like what, 300 floors?
Shit ton.
Like
yeah, it's a shit ton. I mean, Tiger Woods was up there hitting golf balls or something. He was doing up there. They were playing tennis matches at one point too. It was like, yeah, which is kind of freaky when you see some of these guys that do these free walk type videos in some of these places, and when they climb these towers with no ropes or anything like that, they're standing on top of these towers. Like, dude, that is just. Oh, yeah. Why?
Fuck that.
There's nothing to gain up there.
Exactly. Fuck
yeah.
Exactly.
Although I would like to go to the Dubai sometime. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. They actually built the the indoor like ski resort or something over there to mock like skiing and stuff. But it's like all indoor and stuff.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Well, a lot of money there for sure.
Oh, tons of money. Well, they did a story on them like years ago on the Today Show, and they were talking about how they knew they projected out when their oil reserves would die out, and so they basically started to switch everything and make it more of a tourist type centerpiece over there, and that's why they're drawing in all the tourist dollars for them to be okay when their oil funds start to dry up. Yeah, so yeah, I would love to check that out at some point. But yeah,
Interesting.
Small world, big world, but small world.
Exactly.
Yeah, Beerman said it's crazy flying to San Diego. It's really scary. So he's floating into it as well. He says, "You got to go, Rod and friends. Very nice chatting with you. Have a good evening." Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Beerman.
Good
Definitely
night.
appreciate you too. And he said it's pretty once it does clear up out there, talking about being out there on the coast. And Cody said he learned guitar building and maintenance on YouTube. It's kind of like university tube to me. Yeah, good way to put it. I mean, you can learn all kinds of things on there that you didn't even know or things you were thinking about trying, and there it is all right there for you. Drunken One says, well put, and that's what we got there. So, well, we've been going for a bit here, so I guess we'll go ahead and wind it down, wrap it up, and thank everybody for actually being here tonight. All different people. You can check out Beerman. You can check out Drunken One, who has a channel here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. And if you got a channel, always feel free to share your channel information with the guys here as well, so people know and they can check you out there as well. Let's see. I don't know if Orem has a channel. Let me take a look here. The Orem Wines. Let me see. Yeah, so Orem has his channel as well, so you can check him out there too. I've actually subscribed to him previously, but he does some different things for homebrew. He's got some good stuff out there about wine as well. So yeah, make sure you check him out. Anybody you can hit with the 3 dots to the right and be able to get their channel, be able to pull it up and stuff. So, but that all being said, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Eric.
All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. Guys, it's stupid to drive home drunk, because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid-ass sobriety test, and you get a free ride to jail. They're going to have court fees and then possible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends and put yourself 6 feet under, okay? Just sleep off your buzz, get your car the next day, get an Uber, a taxi, or a Lyft, or get someone at the bar to get your ride home if you're inebriated. Because in this day and age, it's stupid to drive home drunk because there's zero tolerance and there's thousands upon thousands of dollars in court costs that you're going to have to get. So please take advantage of the apps on your phone or have someone get your ride.
Yeah, because, we don't want you to hurt yourself, and we actually do care. So
we want to see you back next week.
That's right. Back next week. Drink responsibly. Have fun, but have safe fun. Gotta sound like my parent back in the day.
Have fun, but not too much fun.
I am becoming an old man.
It is your birthday coming up, so.
Yeah, right. So, but that all being said, thanks for everybody that actually joined us. And I'm going to go ahead and head out. But before we do, we thought we'd drop back with something to give you a little something to ponder this evening before we close it out, because we've been getting calls asking for this guy to come by and pay us a visit. And he said he would talk to us for a little bit, but he's going to be actually looking for some people when he's here. So I'm going to go ahead and let him get his last words in before we actually finish out here. So hang tight, and I'm going to turn it over to this gentleman. Are you ready? Oh, you ready? All right. If you're ready, go ahead and do what you're going to do. So give me 1 second here. Well, that kind of screwed me up because I had to stay on here, but all right.
Stables.
Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman.
A horseman?
A horseman goes by the name of Rick.
Not here.
Are you a horseman?
I could be. What can I do for you?
Friday night, you can see me at War Games. Bring a dream.
Okay.
Tell them to meet me Friday night, Starcade.
Meet you at the Stockade.
Yeah, Starcade, Friday night.
I don't know what you're wasting your time for.
Is this Baby Doll? Baby Doll, I know that was you Jezebel. Hello, I'm looking for some horsemen.
I've got plenty. How many you need?
4.
4 horsemen.
Yes, sir. This Big Dust calling on behalf of Crocker Promotions.
You don't really understand what you're saying, but
Sorry, I got a little bit of a lisp. What about Chris Benoit? Oh, he did. Sorry.
no, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Is this JJ Dillon's?
No.
Don't lie to me, JJ's. You and I go way back, Jack.
Well, it ain't JJ. You got the wrong person.
Don't mess with the American dream, JJ. My eyes are open as big as silver dollars, Jack.
Well, you got the wrong guy.
You and I, JJ, leather strap match. Dustin Rhodes is the master of the strap match. JJ Dillon, you a yellow dog.
And for me, for Eric, for Todd, and from our favorite mascot, Dusty Rhodes, thanks for everybody to watch tonight. Look forward to catching you guys next week. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.